I'm just gonna watch us live, man. They're all in the room. It's hitting 10 right on the dot there. Suki's in the room. 420 Newman. You know, you've been in the last couple weeks, 420 Newman, and I believe I still haven't quite memorized your Instagram tag. Some of you guys I do know. Zymot Co. You know, I noticed the I above the I now, and I can't not think Zymot Co. Yeah. Nim Studios, what's going on, man? You're killing it. Sculpt's looking crazy between the stumps and the fucking dinosaurs. I'm sorry, I don't have the name properly on there. You're gonna drop it in a second, I guarantee it. Jeez, man. Thank
Uncle Spank, what's happening? Mr. Porpoise, how are you? Uncle Spank out there. I don't know if you saw that recent post just here a little while ago. He's out there eating fried chicken and sushi.
I love that guy, man. There's a couple of you in this scene, and I hope this comes across in the best way possible. But a couple of you are probably like about 5 to 10 years younger than my father would be. And it's hard sometimes not to really like enjoy chilling with some of you guys.
Dark Rainbow in the house in attendance already.
Okay, now also with them, I couldn't figure out, is it one things? Is things in their name? Because it was an email too.
I don't know. We'll find out. Ordinary Toy, assuming that's you, Mr. Ordinary. That's awesome. I got a little something to order from or to open from Mr. Ordinary.
You're quick on that. You had already placed an order when we were chatting about it on the weekend, right?
Yeah, dude. I think it was who was it? Was it Colin? Somebody
Colin was the first
about it, and I'm like, what is going on here?
Collector credit where it's due, yeah.
You know what's funny though?
First to spot it. Sneaky bastard. Doesn't say shit till he posts one of his stories about it.
Uncle Snake.
Oh Jesus.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that is Ordinary Toys. That's awesome. Cool, man. Yeah, so got a piece from them. They got some really, really cool stuff. We haven't checked them out. Ordinary Toys. The card for this one, dude, you're gonna trip on the card. Anyways,
they not only through their work seem as though they're more experienced than they come across, but the diction they use on their website is something. I kind of like you. That's what I'm gonna put up there.
Well, I was gonna say, dude, I was gonna say, yeah, dude. And that leads right into what I was talking about the card. I think you're gonna like it. It's cool. Anyways, you're looking very Christmassy today. There's no red and no green. Maybe it's the sweater and the beanie and the mug. Maybe that's what it is. What's that skyline on your mug? Have we talked about this before?
No, you know, it actually makes very little sense. It's a New York mug that was gifted to me.
Okay.
And I used to always rock a pig mug, to the fact that like my ex from back in North Bay, like she had bought 2 extra mugs because like I use that mug every day. I moved here and it reminds me of the Toronto skyline. I dig it. It's not Toronto, but
yeah,
man. Yeah, you know, dude, I love when you're rocking that blue hat. I believe I was talking to Hello Radical about that on a chat the other day, man. It means a lot when I see you rocking that hat. And it looks
I like it, man. I like it, man. Carolina Cool Cat, what's up? Peter Mooring, yes, I do rock this. And you know, I have a standard answer for when people say, because out here, there's very, very, I don't know if I've ever seen a Blue Jay hat out here before, maybe, but probably not. Maybe every now and then.
Why would they, you know?
Why would they? And that's kind of exactly what they asked me. Blue Jays fan, huh? No. But I do have friends that live in Toronto, and I do like them. So I'll just assume that if they were baseball fans, they'd probably like the Toronto Blue Jays. So there we go. But to answer your question, no, I do not like the Blue Jays. Just to be fair, I do like the hat.
And you like Magoob and you like LM9. Yeah, I mean, come
on, dude.
Man.
Absolutely.
Toronto's what's up?
Yeah, exactly, dude. Toronto is, you know, what's funny, dude, when we were chatting the other day and you were looking at my hometown, I decided to look at your hometown. And although that's not your hometown, right? You just live there.
Because it's funny, actually, because I was looking up your hometown. I was creeping your hometown. Maybe I still have the picture here because I had to laugh. Your hometown does not look like Toronto, but I'm gonna pull up both here because
It
I
does.
got a kick out of this. I took a
Oh,
screenshot. We haven't honestly. I couldn't get over this because it really put in perspective for me where you live because I've got this back in North Bay. So seeing that, then you exactly what's coming up next, right? Because
Gateway of the North. Oh yeah, I was gonna say that looks familiar.
and downtown Vassaville, man.
You know what I mean? It's like I don't know how many cities. I don't know if that's like a Solano County. So I'm in Solano County. And there's a lot of cities that have that kind of in their downtown area, but that one that you're looking at, or the one I'm sure you saw, that one is in Fairfield, it's in Vallejo, it's always in like kind of the older downtown parts, and that's where ours is. It's in the older downtown part of town. But yeah, dude, the arch with the name Gateway to the North. So what's to the north?
Fuck all, dude. But
Besides
that's
the
another thing that's
north.
comical. You
Yeah.
guys will often say East Coast, buddy, because it's Eastern time zone. But
Mhm.
but we always consider it like you're getting further and further north when you're in Canada. So it's just gateway to the north, North Bay. I don't fucking know, man. Just what they're saying, I guess, gateway to the north.
Yeah.
I would even imagine at one point that would have been because the town, just like how yours is a bunch of smaller towns, cities, villages, I
Yeah.
guess, we
Yeah.
swallowed them up. Like
Yeah.
West Nipissing became part of North Bay, and we started swallowing up other parts. So I'd imagine at some point that would be when you're coming in from one section into North Bay. It was the gateway of the north.
Skilled says stalking each other. Not stalking each other, but it is interesting to see where, for instance, if I looked up Skilled one and saw where he lived, it would just kind of give it a new meaning when you see those places at a random city USA. I don't know why that is. It just is. But whatever.
I would say between the actual landscapes that you guys are existing in and the foods you eat, those are probably the two most surprising and shocking things that like school can't teach you. You don't really think to Google it because you only know what you know. So unless somebody like shares a picture with you, like I forget who was in the day went, holy fuck, you got snow. Skilled one shared a picture. I didn't know he lived somewhere with snow. So right away I'm like, oh shit, you get snow. Okay.
Yeah.
Neat. Hell raffle all the time. We'll be talking about different sweets, and all of a sudden, like, what was it the other day? Fuck, Kit Kat Chunkies. He was like, "What the fuck's a Kit Kat Chunky?" And I guess
I don't know what that is.
For some reason, we have it here. Instead of getting them 4 small ones, they've just decided to pile them together into one fucking chunky Kit Kat, dog. It's sick. But
I don't think I've seen that.
It's just little things like that, like sweet treats. Yeah. And you don't think about it. You're never going to Google, like, is there a big giant Kit Kat? You don't care.
Kit Kat images. Let's go. What do you got? Dr. Easy. What's happening, man? Dr. Ease. Skilled one. Yes, it is the Dirty 30. Today, I didn't want to get away from the holiday theme and put Dirty 30, but you're damn right it is. I was talking to a guy today, and he, a coworker, and he just said, hey, how's the show going? I said, it's going pretty good, man. 30 weeks in a row. Haven't missed one yet, which seems crazy. But it's true. And I'll see that stopping anytime soon, to be honest with you. So that'll be cool. Y'all have Malo.
30.
Yes, we do have those.
But 30 straight weeks, dog. I honestly, but besides a job, I don't know if there's anything I have consistently followed through with 30 weeks in a row.
What is that? 6 months? 7 months?
Every Thursday, like clockwork. One time I slept in for 20 minutes, but otherwise like clockwork.
When did we start? Was it like March, April, May?
30 weeks ago. We switched over to YouTube on the 7th episode. And otherwise, yeah, we've just been going steady, going straight through.
Maybe it was more like summer, June, May.
You know what? It would have been at least before the end of June because I started seeing that chick at one point around the end of June, going into July, I think.
Yeah.
I was actually stoked.
And I was actually stoked. I remember that actually. I think I remember that.
A little glow.
Oh, yeah. Well, shit, man.
Oh, look at Cool Mo P, dude. Thursday, May 12th, 2022, and Skilled 1-2. The fucking Tism race was on, guys. Sorry, boys.
Nice. Yeah, Suki, shoot, man. For us, it is too, dude. That's for damn sure. That's a good statement right there. It's therapy for us. Yeah. Absolutely, dude.
You know, it's funny you just mentioned that it's therapy for us. Holy shit, dude. You know, it does not matter what kind of mood I'm in leading up to this. I could literally be 10 minutes leading up to a Toys Alive, be like, fuck it, I'm jumping in front of a Subway tonight. And then all of a sudden I'm on Toys Alive and I'm grinning. It doesn't matter, man. You dudes just fucking rock it.
Well, and what's cool, dude, is I notice I kind of get in that mood when we're kind of like kind of game planning for the show or writing out notes for the show, which I just noticed I don't fucking have in front of me. But you know, you're doing some research and stuff like that, dude. You just kind of get in the mood. You know, we're kind of in the zone to just kind of start gearing everything towards toys, man. And once the workday starts winding down a little bit, it's especially on Thursdays, it's time to go. But shit, man, we were putting a lot of work behind the scenes on the last this last month, man. December's been busy, and that as well will not stop. Jazz Wizard answer for sure. Jazz Wizard would have nailed it. You got that right. Man, we got a banger of a show tonight. Good Lord. Skilled One is here. Dark Rainbow is here with these giveaways, dude. God, we looked at these. Did we look at these last week? Sick. So sick. So that'll be fun. Anyways, what do you got going on, man? What's going on in Crumbs? What's going on in Toronto? You got snow up there?
We got a little spanking of snow, and then it's gone, man. Toronto is very different from North Bay. North Bay, tons of snow. I thought, you know, you come down here and Peter was warning me it's gonna be fucking cold, man. And you're like, it won't be that cold. It's fucking cold, dude. Without that snow insulating it, yeah, and just wind tunnels. It's too fucking cold, too cold. But no snow really yet. Yeah, how about over there, man? Fucking got
nice.
You know, need some help on a name choice for our paranormal show. Got it down to 2 choices. Yo, fucking pop it all in there, man. Toss it in the chat. Why the hell not? For any of you who aren't familiar, Goblin Mob, Mob Safubi, get on it.
Yeah. Johnny Marbles, what's up? Goblin Mob, what's up, man? Just in general, Goblin Mob, what's up? It seems like it's been a while, my friend. Paranormal show, that sounds interesting. Check into that.
Speaking of temperatures there, Cool P with the 5 degrees Celsius up there today. I couldn't get over it. It was colder in California this morning than it was in Toronto. Take that in for a moment.
Dude, you know what? I was driving the other day, and I kind of took the back roads into Davis, and good Lord, man, it got down to, I think in my car, it said it was like 31 outside, and that's pretty fucking low. Like it'll hit freezing a lot. You know, my alarm will go off when it's below freezing, but it usually doesn't get, you know, below 35 very often. But especially for mid-morning like that, man, that was probably, you know, 6 a.m. But still, you know, shit, 6 a.m. the sun's going to be up in an hour or so. So it is warming up a little bit.
For any of you who don't know, by the way, whenever we're being lame as fuck and we kind of tease B to the J about the toys he grabs, This man is up at like 4 fucking in the morning driving to his job sites, just so you guys all know. And he's not coming home till fucking like 5 or 6 after driving around all day. It's insane.
That's true. Thank you for reminding me of that.
I just want to
oh
put it
man,
out there, man. Like I
but
don't know if anybody really like we don't see the grind. You don't talk about the grind all that much, man. That you know, you're fucking hustling out there, dude.
yeah, I don't, man. And usually when, you know, like you said, man, when the grind is over, I just want the grind to be over, and I just wanted everything focused on my kids, family, getting, you know, home stuff done, and then the show and the scene. That's just kind of my world right now, man. Family, work, scene, you know. Not necessarily in that order either. Thank you. People were talking about the jib jabs. Yeah, that's still going to be a thing. Those are fun to do. Thank you for saying that you like those. They are so stupid. And there's some on there that are just, we're not going to get through all the holiday ones this Christmas. But there's some good ones on there, man. And the good thing is that there's a lot of them on there just in general that we're going to switch up. And you and I talked the other day about doing other ones where you have pieces in there doing certain things and you can just get really stupid with it. So anyways, that's a fun little deal.
Yeah, Dark Rainbow Toys. I hope you know, man. No offense whatsoever. We were just fucking laughing our asses off about the logo as your face, dude. It was no disrespect whatsoever. But when we saw the logo face pop up, and we just couldn't not roll with it. I'm sorry, man. And we're crepes. We don't want to ask you guys for shit. If it's on the internet, we will take your picture. But we're not asking you for nice pictures. We're weirdos. We stalk shit.
Yeah. That was funny, dude. The logo, because the logo had a mouth, right? And I just thought that was funny. Because honestly, if we would have put his face, right? You would have had to read the bio to know who that was. I've never seen him before. And what's funny is the picture that he sent, so his face, he kind of looks like he's surprised, but the picture that he sent me, it's very funny because he's like this. So he's like this, and it looks like he's trapped in the picture, like trying to get out, like up against a piece of glass. And I couldn't get that whole, I mean, it would have looked too funny if that picture would have been on his face. And so I had to cut it out, which made his face look like it had this like expression. But if you would have saw the whole picture, that would have made much more sense. But anyways, that was funny, man.
For anyone who cares whatsoever, if you could have seen my face the first time I saw Being the J, I thought he was going to be a BIPOC gentleman. So I was definitely thrown off. And there was no reason for it. I just had ingrained in my brain, I don't even know the actor's name, the gentleman from Green Mile.
Michael Clark Duncan. Oh my God, dude.
That was Being the J for like the first year and a half in the toy scene for me.
You told me
Give
that.
me your
That
toy.
is so funny. You know what's funny, dude? Here's a quick story that has nothing to do with anything. Hurt will vouch for this. When we first came to this scene, we're kind of poking around, and this name Crumbs Blunt keeps coming up, and we're like, "Who's Crumbs Blunt, man? This dude seems to be kind of all over the place and knows like a lot about certain things, right?" So one day we're watching Healy on the fucking Suck Lord show, right? And there's somebody on there, and for some reason we were like, I think that's Crumbs Blunt. And it totally, I don't know who it was, dude. It was another artist. But that's just how dumb we were.
I pray to God it was not red. I pray to God it was not red.
No. This guy he was young. He was younger, like way younger. And I'm like, and I thought you were like a younger, I don't want to say kid, but just like a younger person who was like this up and coming artist or something. I don't know. We didn't know. That's how fucking dumb we were. And it turms out you're just this fucking Canadian up there who digs the scene.
You know, I think what it was is at the time, I've kind of talked to Skilled One a little bit about this very briefly. But when I entered the scene, I don't know if collectors were really praising artists yet, man. They might like on message boards, forums, DMs, but I think you would also agree when you started posting your pictures, there really wasn't a ton of people posting sharp shots of the work to the point that like we would actually be kind of thinking out like where are these other collectors? Who are other toy photographers? Who are other people that aren't just like that aren't making that we can click with?
Yeah, and for me, I think that's where I really kind of started to dig in is when I saw, I started following a lot of accounts that people were doing these very intricate um these very intricate backdrops with dry ice and smoke and sparks and all kinds of shit, dude. And I'm like, wow, that's nuts, man. But that's not the stuff that I was collecting. I'm not collecting the GI Joe Ultimate figures, or I wasn't collecting any of that stuff. I was collecting the stuff that I'm still collecting now. But it just seems like there wasn't a whole lot of like that, and I don't think my stuff is even close to being on that level. But what I'm talking about is just like a piece with a solid black or a solid white background, and it's just that repetitively with a new piece. Here's the piece, here's how I got it, here's why I got it, here's what it's made of, here's what I know about it. Try to throw some stats in there, but I didn't see a whole lot of that. I mean, there was definitely people doing it, and there's still people doing it, and it's good to see. I need to do more of it. I feel like I've really dropped off on that portion.
Man, I've been laughing inside my brain all fucking week because I started sharing shelfies, even though I wanted to get everything into a light box and document it properly. I started taking shelfies because I couldn't find the time, right? And I was like, fuck it, I want to take shelfies. I want these pieces to be shown. And I wanted to kind of silence that part of our brains as people that want to take pictures of our toys, that basically all those little like reasons, those procrastinatory reasons, right? And then I get on this one shelf where I just cannot seem to fucking get the pieces in focus in a way where I want it. And I must have taken like 100 pictures. You saw my weird setup the one day. I had a light and everything just on a fucking chair piled up. And then I had to laugh where I was like, man, the whole reason why you were taking shelfie pics was because you were trying to just celebrate the work and not get all in your head about fucking whether or not the pictures looked good enough. And
Yeah.
here you are not posting any of the work again because you're in your head about whether or not it looks good. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, dude. And that's what's crazy about it, man. Like you can take just a group shot and it can even not even be all in focus, right? And you're just kind of like, what is
trying to click on everybody's face?
Yeah. And you're like, man, what is all that stuff? And that's, and then it kind of turns into a thing. And I think you'd agree where it just feels really good to just support people that are making crazy stuff, dude. Right. Because if we don't support them, then what happens? It just becomes nothing, dude. It becomes, pictures on Instagram and that's it, dude. And these things are way more than pictures on Instagram, man. Like these pieces I'm looking at, like, bro, like several hundred pieces in front of me, dude. And every single one of these has a story. I know something about every single one of these pieces, dude. I know who every single one of these makers are.
Yeah, memory palace.
It just turns into a whole thing, dude. And so these things aren't really things. These things are also like symbols of much more things, dude. And like I said, if we don't post it and we don't support it and we don't promote it, who the fuck's gonna do it? You know what I mean?
Well, sometimes we might not get the picture up, but word of mouth, sharing it in the stories when they do post something different, you try it somehow, right? Dude, I'll admit, fucking little ego stroke moment. It felt good this week that Hella Radical slid in my DMs with, I'm gonna take this win. He was like, "What's that toy says? It comes in like a pack of 3 for like $15." I'm like, "Sean Skirvin? Share the link." No, they're like primary colors. Oh, good Ghoul toys. Yeah, right. Then fucking Uncle Spanks yesterday, dude. What's that like coffee toy? Oh, coffee bot slug toys. Boom. In the back of your brain, you're like, yeah, that's what's up, boys. Like, not to be that weirdo, but how often you get to flex that you're like, yo, throw more random ass fucking details at me. I'll show you who made that toy.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. And that, you know what? I had that same experience the other day, and I think I showed you. There was a collector who had got a box from another group, and there was two pieces in there that he wasn't familiar with and sent them to me, and I knew exactly what they were right away. And I'm like, whoa, where'd you get those? And he said it was in this box. And I'm like, bam, dude, that's this and that's this, and those are dope. And this is when those came out. And that's just kind of what it is, dude. And you're right, dude, and not in a snobby way, but it feels good to recognize pieces and let other people know, like, hey man, that's what this is. This is where it came from. And then they go, oh shit, let me get on his page and check him out and see what else he's got. And then hopefully, the idea is to they get immersed in it, and next thing you know, there's somebody new out there just kind of lost in the sauce of this.
Well, I see them as truly win-win-wins, man. Like, if you point somebody towards that toy, they end up scooping it. You hope they fucking love that toy. And my brain, like, I don't know, man. I think back to like one of the first times ever that like a stranger wanted one of my pieces of work. The fact you just want to dance around the house, like to anybody who'll listen, be like, yo, like what the hell if somebody cares? And it's like, I think for some of these makers, that happens in the back of their brain when all of a sudden somebody randomly hits them up for a toy, man. So it's a win, dopamine win across the board for everybody.
Dude, and I was gonna say that earlier is that's the thing, dude. Like, somebody makes something, that's great. We see it, that's great. We buy it, that's great. We tell about it, it's great. Where's the negative in there, dude? Like, there's definitely some little negative bullshit that we all fucking deal with. But 98% of the time, it's good. It's positive, dude. It's like Suki said, man, it's a bit of a therapy, dude. It's we always say it, dude, it's more than toys. Yeah, the toys are a part of it, but man, it is so much more than that. It's we all know what it is.
It only does suck that I'll admit, man, like there's no way to try and explain this culture, scene, environment, community to somebody outside of it. There's times I can tell that I'm almost weirding somebody out because I'm almost over the top, excited, happy, stoked. I don't know what the fuck to say. But I can tell my vibe is almost throwing them off. Where like they're kind of like, whoa, why am I getting so much like good energy from you? And you're sitting there being kind of like, because that's where I come from, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah, dude. And I mean, and that's really what this place is about, right? Like, fuck, dude, we're gonna encounter some bullshit, and we're gonna have rough days, and we can talk about those if we want. Other times we can not talk about it and just come here so we don't have to talk about it. And we can see all this other crazy shit that's going on in the world, and we can come here and just go and just not worry about whatever else is out there, at least for a little while. I saw Hella Radical in the house. What up, Corey? Jimmy?
I see Hella pop in. I'm just gonna graze on it, like the slightest graze, the teeth on the tip, I always, when it's a money burn, it's always a bigger, more like, oh, than when it's just the piece wasn't to your satisfaction. That's a big difference. Big difference. Money burns really suck. Nobody's really in a position to just be like fucking tossing money around out there. I always will hope that it gets resolved, whatever that looks like between the parties. And at the end of the day, I really hope that like always, every artist, no matter how like shitty the current situation that they may be in is, that they can somehow turn everything around and make us all want to eat our own fucking words later, dude. I've had to sit here and eat some crow about a couple artists the odd time that I'm like, yeah, you know what? We don't click, whatever. I'm on your page. I'm looking at your toy. It's fucking dope, man. Congratulations. I'm munching my crow.
Yeah.
I hope that for everybody, man. Got a big old lineup of crow platters that like I hope I just get to eat some more as they come. But the money burns are the worst ones, and I hope they get resolved.
Yeah, you're right, dude. And, you and I were talking about possibly doing a show and kind of dancing around some of these issues that I think we all kind of come across every now and then. And I think we will. That's one that we're really going to have to kind of tiptoe around. But I think there's issues out there that we all have that we don't necessarily talk about because while it frustrates us and while we're like, damn it, most of the time we don't want any ill will towards that person. We're just kind of like, fuck, man, like you're letting me down right now.
We don't want to poison the well. I think one of the last things any of us want to do is bring poison into the well, man.
Absolutely. And I think the good thing about this community, I think it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a blessing and a curse, right? Is how compassionate people are. And they're saying, you know what? He's probably got something going on. They probably have something going on. That's cool. I understand shit happens, dude. I am more than willing to listen to an excuse or a reason. That's not a problem. But that being said, there's a line where certain things get crossed, where you're just like, okay, man, like this is obviously is not right. And we'll talk about those things probably in the new year, just to get it out there. I mean, we don't really need to get it out there, but there is that stuff, that shit just happens, dude. And
get out there enough to make people maybe feel like they're not alone in their woes, but at the same time, not dig into it so much that we're all leaving here grumpy and angry. Because be honest, man, like it's art and toys. They're supposed to be making you feel dope shit. Because why feel shit?
Right. And I'm gonna say, dude, it's like, it's not in the spirit of talking shit to somebody. It's in the spirit of, hey man, let's get better. To kind of take this thing to a new level and legitimize it. And it happens, dude. There's stuff that happens on purpose. There's stuff that just happens because it happens.
Well, and Skilled won't even just said like this is someone's side gig, so family and work and real life should come first. Anybody who's actually like talked to me or knows me well outside of these Toys Alive know that's like one of my sayings, man. Toys, like real life always comes first. And I'd say that to B to the J. I've said that to myself. I've said that to toy makers in this scene. Real life always comes first. Always, always, always. A DM lives in cyberspace. It can be responded to at any time. And almost anything else in this toy community can be responded to another day.
Yeah. Yeah. Porpoise
nailed it.
Communication 100%. So dude, man, let's just talk about it real quick. Okay. So I saw some other artists post some stuff this week about a particular artist who, shit, dude, who basically has had some problems with several collectors. Fucking A, dude. We all know what's going on, right? But it's interesting how that gets brought up and then it keeps on getting brought up again and again and again, dude. And I know that there's people out there, there's probably people in this room too that have been burned by either this individual or other people. And dude, it's okay to fucking, speak up and say something, dude. Like nobody, like I said, dude, it comes to a point where we don't want to have any ill will towards anybody, but then there's a point where you're just so pissed off and you're like, look, man, money has fucking exchanged and I don't have anything in return. And it's been months. And like Porpoise said, the communication stops. And then it's like, what the fuck, dude? This is no longer a fun experience. And not only that, when I get that piece, I fucking hate it. I don't give a shit that it's a custom piece that I picked out. I fucking hate it. And you know what? All those pieces are in a box because I don't fucking care. You know what I mean? That experience ruins the piece for me. And it pisses me off, dude, that I've spent legit hundreds of dollars on shit that I don't want anymore. It's fucking bullshit, dude. And I know other people have experienced that. And that's kind of stuff that we hope just fucking doesn't continue, dude. I mean, look how many artists are out there and look how many problems, how many problem artists there are, dude. And they're few and far between, dude. They really are. It's one guy gets so many of us, but fucking it happened and we'll be smarter next time, right?
And honestly, man, if I can even kind of shed light on like how far communication can go. I've got a box from December 2020 and I've got a box from another artist from probably sometime in 2021 in the summerish, right? These are people I talk to constantly, never in a nagging way. I know what's up. I know the situation. I got box. It's all good. No problem. It's all good. Communication's like the biggest thing, man. It's a lot easier to have empathy for somebody's situation when you can rock some TBH. Even in an awkward, shitty situation, I actually even love that. Like personally, for me, when a situation is real fucking awkward, I like to come into it being like, "Yo, dude, I'm gonna have to rock some TBH for a moment," because that's the best way to nip it in the bud with some honesty, man.
It is.
And that communication can go such a far way to make you just kind of be like, "Sure, dude." And when the ghosting starts or it gets weird, that's the only time things get weird. We've got a busy show tonight, though, and here we are talking about silliness.
Bro, I was just gonna say, so Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Yeah, let's just move on, dude. We will definitely circle back on those topics. It's gonna be a fun episode, man, because I think people are gonna get a lot of shit off their chest. So let's fucking do it, right? That'll be in the new year. Let's just finish out strong and fucking give a bunch of shit away.
I must have man bread. Honestly, or brain. You said chest, and like I was like flustered for a moment. Like, who? Oh, what's that?
Oh, did you see folklore, dude? Look at that. He said that would be a good group mail share. Everyone draws names and sends off a
yeah. You know, that's been discussed.
Which you can love.
That's been discussed several times by a lot of different collectors. It's something that B to the J and I have even kind of loosely discussed in the DMs, and there's several reasons for it. One, you might be holding onto a piece that you can't fucking stand that somebody actually would absolutely love. And two, where was I going with that second one? I don't even know what the second one would have been. It's mainly that somebody could actually be enjoying a piece that you're not going to enjoy. I'll be totally honest. I currently am. It was such a weightlifting feeling, dude, when I no longer had any more I hate you pieces. Because the issue is you keep opening that box thinking that you can maybe love that piece, and you look at it and it just enrages you all over again, and you want to cry, and you close it up and you tuck it away, and then you're just in a shit mood for no reason. The fact I don't have any of those anymore, it honestly burden off my shoulders. It feels fantastic. And I didn't tell the people that got them for the most part. Like DSB has a big old pile. He knew why he got them. That's why he said he would take them. It's because he knew. But then other people have been gifted pieces that I didn't tell them the story of the artist. I haven't told them about anything to do with it. They can just enjoy that piece, and they do.
Yeah. Some we've given away on this very show. But you're right, man. And people see, like pieces for different reasons. I did do a big cleansing of the room recently. After that glow, I had to put all that glow stuff away. And then after DCon, this place was kind of a fucking disaster. So I went through a lot of stuff, man, and it felt good to go through everything one by one. It was a bitch.
I guess I have to read Skilled One's comment, because that is beautiful. Because we could not gift them to children, but that's a fucking dope idea.
Look at Skilled One. What a gentleman. I like that. Fuck, maybe we'll put something like that together. We got to be quick on that. Yeah, we'll talk about that after the show, man.
Skilled One.
I like that, Ryan. That's yeah.
Anybody who's interested in that, while the idea is fresh in your brain, slide us over an IG DM so we know that you're interested in that. And we'll discuss a little bit more afterwards to try and see how we're going to set that up. I would imagine it'll have to be an online style.
Yeah, fuck. What a great idea, man. Holy shit. God damn. What a great idea, dude. Everybody get on there and sell some shit, and then we just fucking donate it 100% to Toys for Tots. That's cool. Yeah, I agree. For the money. Yeah, exactly. Cool.
Toys for Tots.
Toys for Tots. That is clever. We may steal that.
I'll unwanted toys.
Hated Toys for Tots.
Mm.
That's funny.
Yeah, you know what, Jazz Wizard, that does always kind of come down. Oh, that was the other thing that I was thinking of why.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, you know what, Jazz Wiz, man? That is, they can take that pain as an artist to build dope art. I don't know.
See, and that's the thing, dude. And you don't even have to say, it's not even hate, man. I've talked to other artists, yourself included, where you kind of get to a point where you have certain things that you're maybe just not into. You know, maybe you were into them at one time and you're not into them anymore. It doesn't necessarily have to be a piece that has negativity towards it. Maybe it's just a piece that you don't want anymore. Maybe it's a piece you just want to sell because you think you can sell it and it would go towards a good cause. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a hated piece. God, dude, I can think of a lot of commercial stuff that I'd like to sell at some point. That would be a great alternative to selling it on eBay or some bullshit like that. Anyways,
the only thing that ever bothers me with that stuff is I'm a weirdo. I like that shit documented, man. I've even talked to B2J before. I was starting some weird fucking inner collector cult where like those of us who have rather deep collections of like one of ones and shit discuss and know where certain pieces are, so that if ever times get tough or things happen to somebody, we kind of know where certain pieces are, because it's like historians at that point, man. Fucking like there's some pieces out there, even when I see that like where you guys have it, I'm like, oh, that's where it lives. Shit. Okay.
Yeah. And you know what, man, I'm thinking in the new year, it's something that I've been thinking about, is starting a new account with kind of that's the same but different, where it's more of a documentation type account where you're just getting straight facts, stats about the piece. That's it. Moving on. Who did it? When? What is it? What's it made of? How tall?
I want a website of that. I want like I shit
yes.
you not. I've been dreaming of it for like a year and a half, 2 years now. I wish that like I
Oh,
could go
man,
to a
so
URL and there was a hyperlink section where like all like it would start off obviously of like the dudes of us that are really passionate about it. There'd probably be like, you know, 10, 20 people that would be down with cataloging their collection and actually sending us all the proper pictures. But can you imagine just being able to go to an archive of fucking like clicking on names in the scene and being able to see like all their pieces? Or the thing I love about it, like I do it all the time, man. I'll do it for weird ass fucking one of one prototype figures and shit. And like at the bottom, after somebody shares the pictures and the write up of it, it'll be like belongs in the collection of, purchased by the estate of, and you're like, that's rad as fuck to me. I like knowing where that lives. I don't know why.
Yeah. You know, there was a site out there. I'd have to track it down again. Somebody that looked like they were documenting catalog style pieces. And it looks like they put in a little effort into it and then they stopped. If I saw the website, I know what it was. It was a long,
so much work, dog.
It is, and that's kind of looked like what it was. You know, they looks like they had a really good start, and then just kind of fizzled out. So it's a grind, man, to even get your own collection in there in a library. That's
have you seen the Toy Chronicles blog pages?
No.
Like, just put that in perspective. Like the Toy Chronicle, they've been around since like the Dollar Slice beginning days. So I don't know, what are we saying, like 7-8 years at this point? And they do like a consistent written blog as well as like a vlog on like unboxings, new toys in the scene, that kind of shit. They're huge at this point, but they've put in the work, man. And I believe even like some of the people from there had other blogs from before in the toy series. You guys do?
Yeah.
Toys Alive is the perfect name.
Yeah. But you know, the good thing is that hopefully people are documenting it one way or the other. Instagram is the only social media that I have. I know people are documenting stuff on other sites.
If you and I never talked, I could still technically steal all your shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I had wanted to build this online database, I have all your pictures there. I could reach out to these artists and just be like, what is this? What is this? And they could give me the name and the resin. And if we wanted to deep creep and be fucking weirdos.
Yeah. No, you're right, man. And
but it's heavy lifting.
It is, dude. It's a lot. you know, you just want it to be so easy, right? And you want people to not be fucking
Yeah.
fools and do shit like that. But the reality is, it does happen. What do you?
Okay.
Not going to stop me from fucking putting shit out there.
Well,
So
heck, even I told you, I think I shared one of your posts early on the Toys Alive page, and I mentioned I was like, you should get a watermark for the bottom corner of these or something, so that
you
way
did say that.
it,
Yeah.
it would at least. Anyways, hey, we haven't looked at any news and we haven't opened up any boxes. You want to open up a box before we pull some guests in here, man? You got a big pile of toys you've been sitting on for a bit.
Oh
Or am I
man,
putting you on
I
the spot?
do. Yeah, no, that's cool. Like there's so you know what, I have a couple that they're already open because they came in a DKE box. So let's do that. This one, dude, I really wish I would have shown you this before the show because it's amazing, dude. Abracadab poof. Are you familiar?
No, so if anybody didn't notice, I hyperlinked everybody we're unboxing preemptively down in the description of the show. And later I do plan on time stamping because we're gonna try and be a little more on the ball, okay? There you go, Boba. What up, dude? Fuck.
Oh, Barry, yeah. What's up?
His humor always catches me off guard, man. Such a fucking funny dude.
Yeah. Super looking for, I believe he's going to be at Assembly Require, dude. I'm super looking forward to meeting him. That's going to be awesome.
I bet he gives good hugs.
Yeah, I bet. So this is Abracadab poof. This came out of the recent E2K video game show. It's called Robo Boy, and it looks just like Paperboy, but it's Robo Boy, and it's almost like it's like a RoboCop kid that delivers papers, right? Robo Boy. This is the back. It says he just wants to deliver newspaper on time with the fairest way. So there's that. Okay, so here's where you're going to blow your mind. This right here, so these are like little cards that slide down, eh? Right? Cards. Another card. So when you do that, when you take the cards out, it basically like unlocks the back. You get this. You get this. I mean, look at that, dude. It says it's flying, and he's like, you know,
Let's be real. We're a bunch of grown men that are checking out toys on a Thursday night. We're all probably a pretty spectrum. I want to touch the fuck out of that thing, dude. That thing is hitting so many buttons for me. Damn.
I had
the fact you have to pull them out
no.
and unlocks it. Get out of here.
Yeah, so you got that on the inside, and then it's like that. Dude, I had no idea that it folded out like this. I didn't see this on the yeah, Ordinary Toys. You're right, dude. This is it's brilliant. It's crazy. Baba Drock, what's up? It's nuts. I didn't know it did this. And I'm looking on the back and it feels really thick, right? When I got it, it's beefy. You know what I mean? And you know when you get like a greeting card and you know it's one of those fold-up cards because it's so thick, right? That's what this feels like. That's exactly what this feels like right here.
I saw it when it had a fold, and I'll be honest.
Yeah.
This is how simple my brain went. I was like, oh, he's gonna pull those tabs, and I bet you can slide them down and it'll change the image in some way. No, you pull out actual fucking playing cards and it opens.
Yes. Yeah. You pull cards out and it kind of and it like unlocks it basically because you couldn't do that if the cards were in there. You know what I mean? Like
show the figures again. Sorry, I want to see it. Would the figures go well in that fucking scene too? Like, could you put that up as a diorama and have them like with that popping out and them like sitting there?
Oh, I sure you could.
I'm just curious, like if that's how like
yeah.
God damn, it's flying.
Yeah, and it's so smooth too, dude. It's not janky. You know what I mean? You don't have to like take your hand and try to unfold it. Like you open it up, and bam, there it is. And then there's the figure. But what's so super smart about just like the construction of it, dude, is that you have to remove the cards for that to happen. If you don't remove the cards, you can't unfold it like that. So it's crazy, dude. I mean, right? It's like unlocking it, you know? It's like the cards are like that, and that's what holds it shut, basically. Like, look, I mean, it's shut now. But you take the cards out and then you can just lift it straight up. And the figure's dope, dude. Like his quality is super sick. I do have a couple other pieces by him, and I think I always buy them through DKE most of the time because they're in a language that I don't comprehend.
He's vacuum formed the figure. We don't see that often in Inee toys. We might see the vacuum clam, but he's vacuum formed the figure and accessory in there.
Yeah.
Who is that again?
Abracadabpoof. ABRAKADAPOOF. Robo Boy, Revenge of the Paper Boy is what that one's called. So super sick, dude. This was not a ton of money. It was an edition of 20. I bet there's still some out there. I'm just gonna take
DKE store, eh?
Yeah, maybe not, maybe so.
Go and check.
Yeah, exactly. Skilled One says the tension of the pop-up is keeping the cards in place, and the cards are keeping it from opening. Chef's kiss. Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what's happening. OG pop-up book. That's what Uncle Spank says. Yes, absolutely, dude. That's what it is, man. Really cool. So Abracadabra, that out by way of DKE. Thank you, Dove. It's a very nice piece.
Dove Kilmer Entertainment.
Since we're here, I'm going to show one more, just because I have it open already. This guy, got a chance to meet him at at DCon, and it was super legit. I wish I would have actually talked to this guy a little bit more, but there were lots of people talking to him pretty much the whole time. This is Epoxy Crusader. This is the Duck Payback. And this is a piece that he showed. God, I don't know if it was on DKE or if he did his own live about it. It says bumped off there. But
he came in and he talked to us about it for a little bit too.
Yeah, and shame on me. It is the duck with the NES gun in there too, which is great, shooting the dog as opposed to the dog retrieving the duck. But Duck Hunt was one of my favorites growing up, still have it. The gun doesn't work on the new plasma style TVs. So if you're trying to do that, it's not going to work.
That's a damn shame. I wouldn't have even thought about that, man.
Yeah. And this is cool. This was an edition of, I thought this was edition of 5, but it's actually edition of 6 is what it is. So,
nice.
But anyways, man, Epoxy Crusader, dope, dude. I love how he made it look just like the game. But the figure's cool, man. I don't want to take it out. It'll be in there forever, but it's sweet, man. Nice little piece.
I say this in a way that I hope if Epoxy Crusader is in the room there and he's chilling, or if anybody's met Epoxy Crusader, they know that like I mean it with nothing but absolute love. I would dig to hang out with that guy because I know I've experienced. It's like you can ask him one question and then you just shut the fuck up for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, he goes down just like the most philosophical explanation, and you'll see him chew on it. And then he'll basically give you a 30-minute lecture. And then you're kind of like, dope, dope. And then you ask one more question, and then you just get to sit back and take it all.
Yeah. Which is
smart.
Yeah, I was gonna say, which is great as an interviewer, right? You just kind of tell them turn left or right, and there you go. This is okay. Great piece. Awesome. Epoxy Crusader. Thank you for this. So came by way of DKE. I did grab this online. I grabbed it when it said there was one left. So I'm sure there's none left. But I'm glad I got it. Dope piece from Epoxy Crusader. What I was going to say was, so I said the gun doesn't work on the TV, right? And these guys are going into a CRT and blah, blah, blah. What the fuck is a CRT? And what's a CRT refresh? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Skilled one agrees. I don't know what that means, man. All I know is I plugged it in and it doesn't work. That's all I know.
There's a couple different sections of nerdy type dudes, and some are electronics and technology things, and some are just fucking licking and putting toys in their mouths. Clearly we've got a little healthy mixture here tonight.
Yeah.
Jesus, man. Hey, we've got Skilled One. Oh, don't be sorry, man. We got Skilled One though, chilling over in the waiting room. Porpoise and Dark Rainbow Toys. Anytime you guys wanted to click on that link, hang out in the waiting room, please feel free. But since we've got that guy chilling there, you want to pull him in, tug him.
Skilled?
Yeah.
Let's do it, dudes.
Toys.
Yeah. He's got some good stuff tonight.
Which, if I'm pulling him in, should I be getting a fucking wheel of death
going? Hey, I'm not gonna mute the show.
There he is. There he is. What it is, bro?
Come on, guys.
Just
how are you?
How are you?
It's been a wonderful week, fellas. Just marvelous.
Good. Is it raining up there where you are?
It's just misty as shit all day.
Which is typical, right?
Yeah.
And that's like year round.
You get like 8 months of gray, so like it's not real rain. It's just like you're living in fog the whole time.
Yeah, gotcha. It's raining here, man, which is it's shitty, just miserable.
You guys just get that hard dumping crap rain though. That's why your roads are all fucked up with the steep gullies and stuff.
That and the money and the taxes that we pay towards road repair probably goes into politicians' pockets rather than actually going to the road repair, along with every other state program, school, anything that makes sense in this state happens to the money that the people pay to this state. Moving on, we can talk about something.
Yeah, there's a whole show on that one right there too.
That's what happens. I mean, anyways. Good to see you.
Merry Christmas. Happy Dirty 30.
Hey. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah. How many shows have you been on? Do you know?
What's up?
How many shows have you been on? Do you know?
Of your shows, I think like this might be like the 4th one. I've been stealing your shows now.
You have quite a few appearances, for sure. I think we should probably keeping track of that. You're a regular. I'll admit it. You're a regular.
Irregular. Appreciate that. Thank you.
There's a couple of you dudes that, considering that BJ and I have been in the scene for a while, you've been in the scene for a fucking long ass time, longer than any of us. But until doing this, we didn't know some of you guys, and now we're in love with some of you guys. Obviously, we're clearly obsessed with yourself. We're obsessed with Porpoise. We're obsessed with fucking Tycho's Tacos. There's some of you that for some reason we just want to see your face on here all the damn time.
Yeah, thanks for letting me steal some of your time. I appreciate it. But like, I love bugging you guys on Insta too anyway, so.
Speaking of Insta, congratulations on your drop, by the way, man. Those are fucking fantastic.
Yes.
You guys haven't seen them. Stop being stupid.
Appreciate that. And again, appreciate Johnny. Johnny was the first person that got Johnny Marbles was the first person that bought one, so appreciate it. You're right. When you were talking about it earlier, you're like, oh my God, somebody bought something. Yeah, like, I knew Johnny was interested, but like it was half a second and he was like, yeah, that's the one. Get it, got it. So he was like chomping on the bit. I appreciate him.
Do you have any left?
I've got a couple left, yeah, like 4 or 5.
Okay. That's the one away.
Good.
But those are still available. So if you want one of those, hit up that post on Skilled One or give them a DM. Check those out. Great deal.
Yeah, I pasted the link
about
there.
deals.
You guys are going ape at the moment. My goodness.
Yeah, messing around.
Or my chat's just catching up real slow.
Did you notice that there's like a live chat and like a highlight chat, top chat?
Oh my goodness.
I noticed that today.
Live chat. Fuck. So
I noticed that the first time today.
You know, that's never happened on one of the other lives to me before.
Dude, I just tapped on that too, dude.
You're like an idiot now.
No.
Thank you
I
so much.
just noticed that today, so I don't know if anybody else noticed that or whatever too.
That makes a lot of sense. I'm sorry, anybody, if we were missing your chat there coming in. My apologies.
John Marble says the bots smell great.
Oh,
Was that on purpose?
he knows the right things to say.
Hmm.
Do you
Okay.
use scented resin on them? Or do they?
I've been using like bubblegum scented resin or the scenty stuff in it just because I think it's funny and I kind of give somebody that like, what is that weird smell? So they smell a little plasticky, but they got a little something else to them.
Yeah, a little plasticky, but a little baseball card gummy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like shit gum.
Yeah,
Like,
the shitty gum. That crispy, brittle snap gum. Yeah.
Exactly. Like it's gum. It's gonna be powder for a minute, but it might turn into gum.
No, it won't, but it tasted like gum for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll probably swallow it. Yeah.
I keep being that weirdo with your toy. I feel like nobody else is going there with it. It keeps reminding me of the fucking Garda Galaxia, man.
I'm sure
That's
it
the
just
part
kicks
I
over
love
in
the
your head
fucking
that
most.
whole time, doesn't it?
It does. It does. And dude, you picked fucking rad stickers. Like, I'm sorry. It actually, if Titty Bean goes back to watch this later, it was comical to me that like I posted F in my stories being like, damn, that purple one with that planet on that fucking hollow sticker, damn. And then the next day I was like, cause I'm a weirdo, I want to check out how your drop is doing, man. Next morning I clicked on the claims, I see Titty Bean claimed F. I'm just like, ours.
It's
no,
funny
there's
that
some
people that have the same like you click on the same stuff like BJ, if I see something on something that somebody bought and they beat me to it, most of the time it's that guy. So like I know that pink and blues that it's the same itch scratching for people. So I'm sure it's kind of that same thing, right?
I couldn't believe for some reason, I think it was A. A is sitting there and it's got this dope like Cheerio looking glow like right underneath the button. And I don't understand how it's sitting there with that. It looks almost like there's like a glow in the dark bead or nut just fucking shown inside of it.
So a few of them, like one of the ones that sold last night, they have their double casts with the same glow skulls that I gave BJ in that other one. So like they're game over because it's a dead skull in it, right? And it's a video game. So there's some of those that are like that in there, and that's one of them where it's got the beads and stuff.
It's dope, man. They glow super hard, dude. Even the little backers that you put them on there, the little bubbles are great too, dude. They make them great for display.
Thank you.
Yeah. And the stickers on there are great, dude. This one's got like a yeah, dude, it's probably like a T-Rex like arm and torso.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Very
Did you make sure to like fucking molest that card with the black light afterwards?
Yeah, any one of them will glow from like all angles and stuff. So
Folklore is stealing the name Shit Gum for his next.
Dude,
he has the name.
he was teasing me when he was doing these things. I'd see like a story post of like a couple of them splattered, and then all of a sudden I'd get like fucking pictures in the DMs showing me of just like the grooviness going on there. I hope that you're fucking UVing the hell out of that.
Yeah, half the time I'm literally sitting here with the like you know, like because I want to see half of it too, right? I like the look of these things, so
yeah,
I like fiddling with them too. So
well, what you got, man? What you gonna crack open first?
yeah, we'll stop just BS. And I've got a box here where I had to open the top of it to see who it was from, but these are from Fletch. But you talked about it on a previous show where, thanks to you at DCon, by the way, appreciate that. That is that Rick Sands little tank. So I get to finally see this, and I also got a bird.
Nice. And you know what, dude? I misspoke. I said that I was the one that picked out that spray tank for you. Incorrect. I did not pick that out. I believe it was Uncle Spank that posted some, and those are the ones that I picked out. So Uncle Spank, the spray tanks that you have, I picked out from Rick Sands, which means nothing. I just thought it was skilled one. I was incorrect. Continue on.
So they're awesome. I'm gonna have to turn off that fuzzy thing. Cool.
I
Yeah.
love the fucking
The spray top to it too.
Dude.
Yeah, dude.
So I really thought that was awesome once I saw him, and I think Fletch was the first one. And as soon as I saw him with his, I was like, dude, can you grab one for me while you're down there? And he's like, yeah, man. You know how he says stuff. So, yeah, man, I'll go get you one. So I was like, go get me one. Thanks, dude.
That was very good.
What's
Yeah.
that? Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. That's good.
I'm excited about this hurt piece too. So I know you've got one of these, but I got the
I do. I sure do.
little glow boy here too.
Now, so that's the glow with a black wash, correct?
Yep, or the front of it, yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. That's dope, man. Mine is not like that. Mine is just like green, like some glitter in it. But this was one of the first ones that he made. So, anyways, yeah, dude, those are dope. You know what's funny about these is he's been getting some more orders for these, and he's been knocking them out. But we'll do any flavor for you that you want. So if you're interested in one of these Jabas, hit up Hurt. Solid resin, they are heavy, chonky pieces.
Of course, I've got the blur thing out of that tank scroll.
Oh, that's nice, dude.
But I'm gonna have to figure out how to turn that off really quick, which is crappy. The blur background's killing my picture.
Damn.
Sorry,
Shed Quarters, that's right. Shed Quarters got that one that he won on the show here, dude. That was that pink and green sherbet looking one. That was cool.
Yeah, I was a little jealous of that one. I saw yours and I was like, well, now that I finally saw one, I'll steal the one off of Fletch's hands because I know he's got two
Yeah.
off, right? Are we just blowing through stuff really quick here?
Speaking of Hurt Toys, I did a drop that blew it away.
Oh yeah, fuck, dude.
Speaking of, since he's in here.
Yeah, I tried to I actually claimed one of those. I didn't want to be a dick and grab one ahead of time, but I went ahead and claimed one from him. I haven't picked it up yet. I'll see him tomorrow. Gonna have coffee with the guy tomorrow. That's gonna be good.
What do you open up there, Inee Toys? Hella radical.
Nice.
You know, I know he was really worried about these ones for you because he mentioned to me that he had a customer. He said somebody by the name of Someone Snaps has grabbed some pieces, and I said they better glow. They better glow.
Mhm.
Yes. I commissioned him to do kind of like a every color piece. So I wanted him to kind of go crazy with a FET. And because I know he does good glowing stuff. So he's posted that one on his story a while back. But I was excited to finally get my hands on it. Oh, that's a good little guy.
And
yeah,
I believe that's a full hollow body, man.
It feels like it.
Ooh.
Yeah, again, I'm gonna have to figure out how to turn off the blur here.
It seems to know if that's a person, so it lets it focus.
Yeah.
But like every single arm is different colors. He's got great marble in him. It is a hollow chest. So like that's great to even figure that out. Good job.
Hella, man, congrats, dude. Good job on those, dude. Yeah, you are right. Hollow bodies are a fucking pain in the ass, dude. I actually
go that extra step.
Hollow bodies.
The card work, dude. I like that. I mean, the figure's great. But the card art, dude, I love. He was one of the first guys that I really started. I thought that card art was really sick, dude. You know what I mean? Because it's all hand drawn.
Yeah, the customized artwork.
Yeah, dude.
So
yeah,
nothing was stopping him, dude. I think that's my favorite part. It was kind of like at the time you're seeing some people go all out, and you see some guy being like, "I'm doing what I can," and you're like, "And I love it."
Yeah, they were great, dude. I mean, I have some that are just like super bootleggy looking, and I think that really adds to the piece, dude. I love his posts on them when he posts, you know, just the artwork too. Those are cool, man.
Here, look. Come on.
Same.
Stupid. I'm gonna have to figure that out in a second, but these are just great. So I got a boba. I got one of his little Michael Myers with a blue crotch for some reason, but this is hilarious to me for some reason. That
Yeah,
like
I was teasing him about that piece. I
Straight.
saw that piece actually, and I asked him what was going on with the cod piece there.
so I figured I figured no wonder homie's killing everybody. Got blue balls so bad that they glow. So like girlfriend in the background literally went, "Oh my god" on that one. So yeah.
That's funny.
That is some radioactive pecker, man. Jeez Louise.
He did great on these.
Oh,
Oh, what is that?
So I saw him do one of his Franks a little bit early on, and when he asked me how I wanted him to like color it or wash it, I told him to just do whatever he wanted, do stuff he hasn't done before. So it's got a nice little like splatter to him and a wash on top. It's great.
this is one of those weird situations. Hella and I chat quite a bit, so I had the lovely opportunity of kind of watching him make some of these. That's got the paint splatter on there, and then he put several coats of clear coat on there as well to seal the paint on there, so that it actually seems as if it's like one with the piece, man.
That's dope, dude.
But the head looks even
Yes.
double casted, so
Mhm.
like it looks like a little skull in there too.
Yeah.
Dope, man. Nice work,
Super impressed.
Corey. That's dope.
Yeah, congrats, like hella, man, good work, dude. And the
Yeah,
glow
love
is nuts on him.
Love the note.
Fucking love notes to Camp, man.
So what's up? What's next? What do you want to talk about? What do you want to do?
Strafe 7 is in the house. The 818 has arrived. What's up, my man?
What's up, Strafe? I got some of your stuff here too.
Yes. Let's see it.
Open it. Yeah. What are you talking about?
Look at them. Well, would you open it ahead of time?
To see who the package was.
Oh, yeah.
So I saw it was one of these, so I didn't open it the rest of the way.
Well, because some of you guys use your fucking mortal names for some reason, like whack jobs.
What? I heard none of that.
He said some people. Yeah, he said some people use your normal names in his show, and I'm like, who's that? And I really don't know where that's from.
I got one of his awesome little glow people that he has on astronauts.
Yeah, dude, look at that marble.
So I'm excited to see what this guy will do here in a second.
Oh,
As the whole it's UV reactive, which is it will never come up on this camera correctly.
yeah.
That's incredible. Oh, that's really good. It is about as bright as that is, but orange. So obviously that neon orange, and the marble is like a purple and like neon green. This is a really great figure. Nice job, dude.
Yeah, what's the color like on his belly and his knees?
His knees are orange, but his thighs are purple. So like
Oh yeah.
the clear is a purple, the white is kind of a greeny color.
Fuck yeah. Sorry, yeah, I couldn't make it that. Oh, there we go. I couldn't make out that purple at first, but fuck, that came through.
Yeah, that's dope, man. The marbling and the legs on that was stellar.
Yeah, you might think mortal names work, but like Jonathan might be the most common toy name in existence. To the point that
Jonathan?
somebody the other day mentioned to me, they were like, "Oh yeah, sorry, dude, I ran out for lunch with Jonathan," and I was like, "Well, Kerfloss is too far. Death and Strawberries is too far. You probably wouldn't go with Dollar Slice bootlegs. I guess maybe Jonathan Queen." It's like, fuck.
That's a lot.
Like 4 of them. It's funny that he keeps blurring the Skeletor head here.
Yeah, that's weird. Those are sick, dude. I love those. I snagged one of those at DCon too, man. Those are great. Super well done.
Yeah, he did great on these, man. Good job. Way to go, Strafe. Or Jonathan, Johnny, what Johnny we're working with today?
I bet you Stripe 7's name is John as well.
It's not, but you can call him that. Why don't you just call him that? We will start calling everybody John.
I was about to
Johnny
say, yeah,
Marbles.
people don't want me to call them their Johnny Marbles. Fuck, the Jonathans are taking over.
Yeah.
So I'll just keep ripping through shit like it's Christmas, apparently.
Rip it, dog.
Yeah,
I'm
all
not even
good.
gonna take the spotlight off of you. Oh, we
Oh,
know.
nice. Yeah, yeah.
Is it gonna be the new one? Oh yeah.
I got the new sculpt, so I'm
Yeah.
actually really interested to see the new stuff in hand.
Yeah.
I don't get overly excited about Healy Maze. I get excited about this new figure, man.
Yeah, these new Heelys.
John Johnson. Fuck.
I mean, I know that they're injection molded, but they're always so good.
Yeah.
I'll admit, dude, like that's one of those ones too that like when you look at the team that developed it, it's like, but everybody there is like OG dogs. Like they're all fucking from our scene. Like it doesn't matter to me that it goes off to a factory so that way he can charge $25 to the average consumer.
Exactly. The gun hand, these are going to be interesting and fun to play with. Absolutely.
Yes, that guy has the swappable. Yeah. Fuck.
Yep.
Fuck. That sculpt is good.
Good job. Good job. And
Yeah,
then
dude.
the
Who else
last
you got over there? Who else you got over there?
I got here is from that man. Sorry.
Hey, okay. What's in there?
This is a happy time box. Thank you for the goodies, by the way. I super appreciate that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot I threw that in. The DCon program is what that was.
And speaking of Heelys,
Dude.
See, I was talking to somebody the other day. That's a prime example, in my opinion, of how Healy made when he's making pieces on his own are very different than a Healy made action figure, such as the Raider or the Assassin. They are different. When he hits the resin, it is not the same as when he makes an action figure, in my opinion.
and the glow and stuff he uses in this like nebula. Oh man, it actually like you can see it.
Dude, look at that shit.
Yeah,
That
I
looks
would dance with that.
uranium, bro. That is a stick of uranium, is what that is.
But this is like 5 different colors.
Yeah.
And you can see it actually like the way that it absorbs it. And he did such a good job.
The way it's standing right there, it looks kind of like a swamp thing. Now it kind of
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still white.
DCon exclusive sold by Tycho's Tacos.
no fucking Fletchy on the
Oh,
man.
Yeah.
Look at
Now
as
that-
as it cools down, those colors start to come out, dude.
The
Damn.
blue,
So you
pink
can
to
see
yellow.
that there's like yellow, orange, and it goes down the body, but it's like pink and blues, and there's white in the feet and orange and green in the hands. Like that's
I
something
wanna
to
see the
strive for
mold
right
that
there.
fucker. I bet the mold for that guy looks so good.
And when I saw our boy post these, I like laughed how stupidly awesome these were, and I knew I had to have one. So thank you again for snagging this guy.
Absolutely, dude. Yes. And again, appreciate you filling in and doing the show at DCon. That was a hell of a show. But thank you again for that, dude.
No problem. I mean, obviously, whatever I can do to help you guys are killer. And oh god,
Yeah,
You know
dude,
what,
right?
Actually, one of these days we got to get you to talk Monster Forge into coming in and hanging out with us.
I can bug Chuck, make him get in here. He's been in a couple times and watches your show while he sculpts.
Dude's a legend, man. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, for sure. I'll go bug him right now.
I'm just saying, I think he's somebody who's been in the scene for a long ass time. If there's anything that somebody is probably curious about, he has probably done it, and or has somebody in the scene that he has watched go through it and do it. I couldn't imagine somebody more hands-on and involved in this toy scene over the years.
Chuck's been in his fingers have been a lot of stuff, man. He's done a lot of the like it's what was it like those OMFGs back in the day, like he sculpted one of his own and got it in there. But even in the further releases, I know he didn't have his own in there, but helped winners get their sculpts done and made and put in. So he has other sculpts in those lines. So, but he's been around for forever.
The moment that you dropped that Monster Forge and October Toys are one and the same, you know, when you lose at Call of Duty or something, you whip your headphones down and just turn away in your chair and walk away in shame for a moment. It felt kind of like one of those moments because I've geeked out with Titty and shit over some of their earlier work, and you just don't make the connection. And then when you hear it, you're just like, "Jeez, fuck, okay."
Yeah, it's crazy.
Any other boxes you got hiding over there?
Nope, I can finally say that I am done, and at this point you can just drop kick me out. But
no, I'm not going to drop kick you out. I'm actually going to force you before B to the J, and I've slipped the ball here. I did not get names into a wheel. Before B to the J shows off, am I a psychopath? You've got an Inee toy piece over there. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I on drugs?
You're right about what? Yes, you are a psychopath.
Besides the point.
If that's the question, yes. I have a Inee Toyz giveaway piece. So hell yes, let's give this away. This thing like crazy.
Before you even get into that, actually, I'm gonna make Inee Toyz awkwardly show us if you're gonna end up knocking your head, knocking any toys, or breaking anything, don't. But
cool. What am I awkwardly showing you this time?
You got to pull out one of your toys again, man. And I want from your words why you went about doing what you did here, dude.
All right, so I'll grab that one that you liked earlier.
Yeah.
Why I did what I did? I don't know. I picked a bunch of the shit that I really like to make a figure that I like. So video games have always been a thing. Like VJ said, I've got shitty Game Boys. I still got my Game Gear, all those other figures. And when I saw the Gallows, why am I gonna have to stutter today? The Galathea. Why am I? Help me here, Crumbs.
Guardians de la Galaxia.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, Guerra de la Galaxia. There we go.
I cannot get that out right now. Anyways, I saw that and I went, oh yeah, you can put robot legs on anything else. So rather than trying to mess around with 5 points of articulation, like a neck and a head and everything else, I decided to do the two things that clicked to me was Game Boy and robot legs. So I tried to figure out how to make that cool, and I always wanted something to glow, or I want something to react in a certain way, so that there's something else to it. So there's either recast glow in it or it glows itself. And then some of them have glow applications or double pigment pores.
Glow applications.
Yeah, so like this guy, the orange on him doesn't actually glow itself, but it reacts. So like in the picture you see it, but like the skulls themselves glow.
Oh shit, dope. Okay.
So the skulls will glow and then react differently, but if you have it underlight itself, there's more UV to it. Obviously, there's more stuff going on. And then how I figured to make the screen look the right way is, now my brain farts. What's the dope guy that you showed last week with the black light on his head?
Oh shit.
DJ, you got last week.
With a black light on his head.
Oh, from Epoch.
Epoch.
Oh,
he has those gold. He has the eyes, and so that clicked to me that I know that is one of the stickers. So I went and researched a bunch of the old. They're called not Panasonic. It's a friggin' name here. Why am I just flipping today? Sorry, everybody. Pull it out here. Holovision by Future Vision. But I figured where the stickers were, so you go buy the vintage stickers and use the vintage stickers because it looks the right way. It's got the right color. It looks just like it, and again, it gives it something more than just 2D to it. So
How
I
big of a
want
pain in the ass was it to cut them to the dimensions that actually worked for the negative in the.
it was such a pain in the dick. Like I had to cut so many pieces of paper that was like the right thickness of the sticker just to get the right shape of it. And then finally figured out that like, you know, scrapbooking, they finally have the hole punches to get the correct rounded corner every time. So that you don't have to sit there with scissors and try and screw the things up and make them look stupid. So
Nice.
When I saw them, I was like, I bet you that was one of the most time-consuming parts of that fucking project was sitting there
Yeah.
trying to cut those fucking things to shape. Multiple
absolute
times.
pain in the ass. I mean, but that wasn't the only one. As soon as you had to do the, you know, the backer cards are the same thing. They fit in that stupid back spot. So you have to round the corners so that they fit in the back of that stupid spot right.
Is there a name? A corner rounder? Is that what that's called?
I mean, scrapbooking
Thingamajiggy?
thingamajigger, hole punchers. I started with hole punchers and it just went down that path and found them.
Yo, that is very real in the creative process, man. Unfortunately, you might not know the name of the tool that you require at the time, so you start fucking Googling with like a kind of understanding of what it might be, and then you have to go down this rabbit hole of like, that's closer. That's even closer.
Yep.
Until eventually you've Googled 10,000 products you'll probably never need to know the name of.
Yeah, and then you know, you start with like, what is cotton batting? What is fabric? And then you end up finding out the stupid word's raffia. You know, you spend 5 days to find a word that you didn't even know you needed to know, and it's stuck in your head forever. So, but now it's knowledge. Congratulations.
There you have it, man. And then BJ, why don't you show off the ones you've got sitting on over there, man?
Yeah, dude. So this is the giveaway one. I was just looking at it. It is kind of like a pale pinkish color, but it the light.
That's an invisible violet.
Invisible violet. Okay, I was gonna say it glows like a purplish. We'll see if we can get it to do its thing here. But it's got a really cool holographic sticker on there where it's, like I said, it's like the torso and arm and leg of a T-Rex, possibly.
Yeah, and instead of like splatter painted, I took an airbrush and like it's got it won't come out on camera, but it's got a weird, nice like purple glow that comes off the bottom of it on that too.
Looks like lilac.
Yeah.
Sparkles.
You know what? It's crazy, dude, how this fucking camera works, right? Because I'm looking at it in my hand and I'm like, oh, dude, that's sick. I can see it glowing right here. But then I show it on the screen and it doesn't really transfer over very well. But yes, they glow like crazy, dude. I have looked at this thing in the dark and it's sick. Really cool bubble with it as well. Damn. There it is. Let's do it.
Yeah, spin that wheel, get that sucker away.
I was gonna say, you guys bought me enough time that we can pull up the wheel of names here. If you don't see yourself on the wheel, let me know. I did remove you from it. Sorry, skilled one. I figured
Good.
You probably didn't need one right now. You can make yourself
wins his own piece back.
I almost did that with Bobadrock last week. So if anybody does not see your name on the wheel, please let me know. I will try and add it. I'm just getting to the bottom here to make sure. If you also haven't chimed in, please hop into the chat now and let us know if you want to win this fucking rad as hell piece from Inee Toyz.
I was just gonna say, if you guys,
I did catch that up above the Inee. Yeah, you do.
Inee. Yep.
I picture a baby basically saying, "I need." What's
That's
that
exactly
old
where it
fucking
came from.
commercial? I want it cheaper. I want Pocket Salsa. Do I have you on here? Yes, I do actually. James B. Boom. I haven't heard from you yet this evening. What is going on?
Wendigo. Wendigo,
Oh,
what's
yes.
happening? I forgot Wendigo came in here while we were
gabbing away.
Yeah, nice.
Wendigo's been killing it with those new sculpts he's been doing.
Wendigo definitely
so
caught
dope.
a vibe at the moment, dude.
Wendigo, man, dude, did you see the glow on those pieces? We were chatting a little bit about those. They look like dude, the torso and the legs, dude, and the pictures for those and the stories were just amazing, dude. They were so crisp.
There we go.
glow on it that was just like, what the hell?
But the way he has it figured out, so it's like almost glowing from the inside out too. That's a really
Dude.
interesting way, dude. It's really good.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see those. Very cool.
Assembly required.
Cranking hard for assembly required. Nice.
There you go. I got you on there now. Strive. Got you on there. All right, folks. Give it a spin.
Who's it gonna be?
That's cool as hell because this individual actually just sent us a bunch of fucking stickers and send off to you lovely folks. I love when the karma just keeps bouncing around, man.
Good.
Oh, nice.
PDX.
Cool. Yeah. While we're there, that is that Scum Army?
I'm not crazy, man.
That is Scum Army, correct?
I'm opening up our messages right now.
Yeah, Street Fight SP. Yeah.
Array PDX. Street Fight PDX. SPDX.
Yeah.
How
Cool.
many other people have PDX? If that's a new thing I'm gonna start looking out for, there's Johns and PDXs out here all over the place. Come on.
PDX.
Yeah. It is him. And you know what, man? He had just sent me a bunch of stickers, Scum Army stickers. So these will be going out
That's
over.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
The karma
the
wheel
next few
keeps
weeks.
on going, dude. I fucking love that shit.
Hell
This guy
yeah,
reaches
dude.
out to us out of the blue, sends us some stickers to hand out to some packages, and then when you have it, another dude who out of the blue sent us a fucking dope ass toy to send out into the world. It goes to the guy who sent us some fucking stickers. The ball keeps going. It's dope.
Great.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Going back up to the great state of Oregon is where that one's headed to.
Nice.
By way of Washington, you could probably just chuck him one from out your window and he'd probably catch it.
Skipped over his house on the way down to you and going right back up.
Yeah, exactly right. Oh man, that'll be cool, man. Congrats. And dude, thank you again for providing that. That's a dope piece. You guys,
Appreciate all the love, boys.
he's left. They are $30 shipped here in the States. That's a killer deal for what it is.
It's dope as hell, man. That guy is fucking sick.
Yeah, it's dope. I mean, you know, Droid and a Game Boy. I was very into Game Boy, like he said, and it's a huge nostalgic note for me. But they're just really well done pieces altogether, from the backer to the actual piece. They stand really well. Hang them on the wall just like that.
Yeah, this guy's a new maker. How are these for a new fucking toy maker? Are they good?
Dude,
Roast me. I want to hear it.
$30 shipped. $30 shipped. Like, you don't, like, that's it. $30 shipped.
I think you did a fucking stand-up job, man. They look fucking killer as all hell.
Thanks, dude.
Anything you want to say to us before I give you the boot?
Nah, drop kick me. Have a great week, guys.
Out of here. Damn, that dude is lovely, man. All the toy boys are fucking lovely. You guys are a fucking weird old group of people. And Kumo Pete, man, you've been here for 30 straight weeks too. You're a toy boy now too, whether you like it or not.
You know what's funny, dude, is Skilled. So when we didn't know Skilled, when we first started the show, he just kept on showing chat. We're like, who is this guy that keeps on
tugging our testicles?
Yeah, who keeps commenting. And here we are 30 episodes later, and he is truly a part of the family, man. I appreciate the shit out of that dude.
You know what I love about Toys Alive, I think, is you could probably list off a handful of folks that you've met over this past year that you talk to almost daily in the DMs. I probably have a handful of those folks. We come in here and it's not even always those dudes, man. Like, it's not Hurt Toys that we're pulling in here every fucking second or third week. It's not Titty Bean or One Trip we're pulling in here every second or third week.
Yeah.
It's fucking Porpoise and I Need Toys.
Yeah. And you know, the really cool thing that I like about I Need Toys is that it's another guy who he's got so much knowledge. Like, his collecting days don't go back to, like, you know, when COVID started. They predate that by years, dude. Like, he has been around and has seen some shit, and he's got a lot of knowledge. But what's very cool to see is that now he's just kind of venturing out on his own and making pieces, and they're legit pieces. Said it before, say it again. Has Been Toys, same thing. Where it's just, you know, people that you talk to in the scene, and next thing you know, they're making pieces. And he did a great job of documenting his stuff from beginning to end. And fuck, dude, I mean, he showed the fuck ups, you know, he showed the struggles and the challenges and the grind, and all the better to see where it comes now. And I'm sure there's going to be better stuff going forward. I know there is. So to see that documented and have somebody on the show like that, it's just, I mean, dude, that's what we're about, man. That's dope right there. Very cool. Congrats, Inee Toyz. Congrats to Street Fight SP, or was it PDX?
Street Fight SPDX.
Yeah.
And you know, I think it was actually dope as all hell, in my opinion. It's no different than sometimes I'm sure you notice it with our show. At the moment, from the claim sale post, it didn't look like they all went flying, but sometimes it's like, it's who's grabbing it. One of the homies that's watching this all the time, Titty Bean Toys, was the second to claim one, and it's just like, yo, that's what's fucking up, man. The fact that like you've got Titty Bean Toys watching your drop, he woke up in Australia time, saw it, and claimed one like that. Like sometimes you gotta look at like whose eyes are seeing your shit, not necessarily how many eyes are seeing your shit.
Yeah, dude. I agree, man. And I think we talked about that before, when I think Titty Bean was like the first artist guest that we had on the show that was opening something up from somebody else, dude. And you and I talked specifically, and we're like, what a cool concept that is, dude, to see like the guys that we collect and that we are like, holy shit, dude, that's dope. Who do they like to buy? You know what I mean? For whatever reason. Maybe it's a connection that they had in the past, or they just really dig that artist, or they think their work's fucking amazing. But whatever, I just think that's another angle that you could take on it. And say, interesting, you know?
His collection is surreal, man. We had like a couple of chats like in group settings before, but when I ended up interviewing him for the first time, I remember hearing birds starting to fucking chirp outside because it was morning, and having to look at him and be like, dog, like, I'm gonna end it, man. It was probably like 6 or 7 a.m. at that point. So I'm like, dude, I've got to let you go. And like the interview was probably like 8 hours long because we were just two losers sitting there. He would honestly be like, oh, you think that's cool? Check this out. And you'd reach up behind all these shelves and pull something else out, and also be showing you this other toy, and you're both giggling, being like, dude, that's right. Like, he loves toys, man.
That's funny, man.
One Trick Pony too. Like again, a lot of these makers, they have fucking collections, and they're not like some of us where like we quiet, like we'll be in the claims and stuff like that. So like we'll see, oh, B to the J grabbed that, or oh, so and so grabbed that. There's tons of times I'll share a picture with One Trick or Titty, and they're like, oh yeah, I've got that in blah 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 and blah blah blah, and you're like,
yeah,
I've never seen you explain or share or tell us that you own 3 of those.
Yeah,
good for you.
Right. Rick O'Shea, Recollection Toys. The pride of Bozeman, Montana, is in the house. Man, see that giveaway he's got going on right now? If you guys aren't on the Recollection Toys giveaway right now, what are you doing? Like, get your shit together, get over there and enter that thing to have a chance to win one of those. Like, fucking A, dude. Like, you can't win the lottery if you don't play. Try to win the lottery, dude. Some of those pieces, I'm looking at them, like the Jake the Snake Centaur. What is that? What is that?
I'm probably gonna sound like an idiot here, but I'll be honest, like, they're one of those artists where it's almost obvious everything looks fucking amazing. I get blown away sometimes by what it is they're choosing to do. That's what I sometimes am just sitting there, I'm just like laughing, like flipping a table, laughing like the fucking Joker, being like, are you insane? The slime pit? Are you insane? And then the fact that they even mentions, like, I think is it only 3% or is it 30%? I'm probably gonna get way off, but there's a reduction, right? There's obviously like in that cure and shit. So to accommodate for that when building the mold, it's like,
yeah.
Who does slime pit?
In porcelain. in porcelain.
Fantastic, man. Yeah.
So how about we do this? Yeah, I know, right? I mean, how about we do this? We got I'll show a couple more things that I got open already. We'll do chicken
Please.
disco and we'll do question. I tried to Chicken Burger Disco today and Instagram says no.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I noticed that you used a hashtag instead of an @ Whenever that happens, just assume people don't know the difference between crumbs and B to the J, and they're probably trying to block me.
Is that a fact? He doesn't follow us. You know, I don't know the guy personally. I love his work. I'm a fan of his work.
That I even had that thought. Like, maybe I'm like, I instantly saw it and I was like, oh shit, I hope he doesn't think B to the J from Toys Alive is me. And so he's blocked him. I'm the loud, obnoxious asshole. He's the nice guy.
Yeah, dude. I've honestly never had any discussions with him really, besides stuff that I've posted of his. He may not like my vibe, and that's cool. But I thought he's always a really good dude.
You know, I guarantee what it was is when you were at DCon, you were walking around, you were doing your live, and you said, look, there's so-and-so right now. And I said, and Chicken Burger Disco. I bet you he overheard that you didn't give a shout out to him. And he said, fuck that B to the J guy.
That's probably what it was. You probably nailed it. I did buy one of his pieces. I thought it was great. So let's take
fantastic. Let's take a look at his piece, man.
Let's take a look at his piece. Yeah.
Honestly, if I know the gentleman from anything I've encountered, his heart's too big. It's just a weird Instagram hiccup. I can't imagine him hitting that block button unless you're a terrorist.
Yeah, that's true. So this is his DKE piece. This is the Chicken Burger Disco, the VHS tape with the piece on it. Now that looks like it's a static piece. It's got it. So, dude, whew, the glitter on this thing is just like, oh my God, that does not do it any justice at all. But it's just, God, dude, there's so much glitter in there. It's nuts. It is a real VHS tape, man. That is a VHS tape right there. Chicken Burger Disco
Knowing
video.
him, I bet you there's content on that as well.
I bet there is.
Yeah.
It's great, dude. VHS tapes. And look at this, dude. This is such a dope edition right there. It's got that little new release, that plain yellow nondescript new release sticker on it, which is cool. Always saw those at the video store.
He comes up into conversation quite often between Peter and I because we both understand that the time and energy that he puts forth into a lot of his video content is insane for free content. If you're not watching that shit, it's insane for free content.
Absolutely, dude. And I mean, this video, I'm looking at it on the back. This is a 30-minute video. I'll read it to you real quick. It says Chicken Burger Disco and his band of action figures are in a never-ending battle against all things that ruin fantastic plastic. Dr. Disintegration and his evil army of Newmans, Dark Laser, and even the corrupt minds at Sloshy Corp are all working to ruin the dimensions. Undaunted and never tired, Chicken Burger Disco uses the power of protein and makes sure to shop at Fantastic Buy for creative loves to defend each dimension from the evil forces working to destroy them. Rated BM, protein muscles suggested. This is the protein rated version.
Protein.
This is 19 out of 20. So this was an edition of 20. Says it right there. Yeah, so it's dope, man. That's a dope piece. Thank you, Dove, again. And Chicken Burger Disco, that's a great piece. Love it. That will be a very cool one to display because it will display just like this. Let's talk about VHSs for a minute. Here's some very cool stickers. Boom. That was upside down. No, it's right side up. And then the protein sticker. VHS. My son collects VHS tapes for whatever reason. I don't know. fact of the matter is he does, and you can get them at secondhand stores here for extremely cheap. I'm talking like 50 cents. So he's got some really good ones. The problem is we've gone through a couple of VCRs that are not working, that we've bought that are not working. If you go on Amazon and you look for a VCR right now, you're going to blow your mind on what those things are fucking selling for right now. It's crazy. It's crazy.
But Suki brings up a good point that I was instantly caught. Like I'll admit my brain went to there as well. When he said, where do you even get VHS nowadays? I wasn't thinking, where do you get a VHS player? I was thinking, where the hell do you actually get VHS blank tapes that you can actually, and the equipment to take the digital medium that he's created and transpose it over to VHS? I don't even know how many, like, I believe, if I'm not stupid, I believe that would mean that like each one of those would take probably the 30 minutes to relay the information over, unless at some point VCRs, like there must be a machine out there that does it rapidly, way faster, or else people wouldn't have ever bootlegged VHSs.
Yeah. Everybody's right in there. It's that's a great question. Where do you get VHS made? I guess it would be
liquidation.
Wanted to try to put something on a fucking tape right now. Like there, you can figure out a way to do it. You know,
there's a couple of companies that do that because it's coming back, and I think it's actually really cool. Only because it'll be a lot of individuals, much like you guys in the toy scene. There's an individual who used to make toys, Sleepy Naps. He is now kind of devoted a little bit more towards the music spectrum. And recently, one of his buddies has figured out how to personally take his tracks as he's laying them and transfer them directly over to a VHS tape. And so that's how he's sending out his recordings, because he enjoys that, like, it's gonna sound stupid, but when you're doing lo-fi shit like that, you kind of do like the hissing and shit.
Yeah, gotcha.
Buzz.
Makes sense. But anyway, so we're in the market for a VCR right now, a working one. You can find them on eBay, but eBay's, you know, on that item, it's one of those things where they, you know, throw like a decent price out there, and then it's just as much for the shipping. You know what I mean? $50 VCR, $50 shipping. Like, go fuck yourself, right? Like, I know how much it costs to ship stuff, and it ain't $50, depending.
We all collect different things. There's a dude I used to work with that he collected vintage TVs, and I was thrown off. And then he explained to me, you guys were talking about it earlier with Duck Hunt. He collected originally game consoles. Once he acquired all the different game consoles that he wanted and the different versions and shit like that, he ended up actually realizing that the different TVs for the different eras basically made games better or worse based on when the game was made. So he started collecting TVs from used places to try and find best TVs for certain games and consoles.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. Breako shit. Enter the giveaway, everybody. Yeah.
Yes.
Recollection Toyz.
Link in a moment.
So hey, how about this, dude? I'm gonna open up one more piece, or I'm gonna show one more piece just because it's open already. And then how about we bring Porpoise in, since we got here?
I dig it, man. Let's fucking do it.
Because he's got a piece from him. So this is another DKE piece. This one is from Magoo. Love this. Yeah. That's a good one, man. Nice little carded piece. This was an edition of 40. This is number 32. But dude, just so bootleggy good, man. If you missed this series before, there's a whole story behind those. But dude, that's great, man. Yeah. Boom. Probably, so this one is stapled on there. This one, I'm not going to take out. Hecho in Canada. Look at that.
Nice. That's funny.
Yeah. So Magoo Toyz. This was an edition of 40, like I said, 32 out of 40. I don't know if there's any of these left. You'd have to check that website. And
DKE. Was that DKE or was that through
it was
himself? Yeah.
It was through DKE, and it's got this price tag on there is kind of cool just because it says DKE Toyz DCon 2022. And it's dope. You know what I mean, dude? And like shit, dude, we always talk about oh, this is funny. If you know about Magoo, I think that's just funny. But DKE, man, right? Like, it is what it is. I think it's always going to be there. And as a collector, yeah, man, sometimes I'd like to go to the artist and get it directly from them so they get 100% of the profits. On the other hand, sometimes there's DKE exclusives, and that's the only place you can get them. And I'm not on them. I'd rather give the artist some money than no money. You know what I mean? It's it's a dope piece, then it is what it is.
Mugu was one of probably the first toy makers I grabbed pieces from. And comically enough, I was talking to somebody the other day, like I was even thinking, I'm like, you mentioned a Magoo, I'm like, yeah, he's like one of the first makers I have a piece from. And then I look over, I've got my Magoo Vader sitting right there. I'm like, oh,
dude, what is that? That is huge.
Yeah, it's one of those ones. I think often when I photograph it, it's hard to tell how big it is, but yeah, that's Magoo, man. Now, Porpoise, I don't want to put you on the spot on here. I need to know because in my opinion, Porpoise, Lab Monkey number 9, we call him Dr. Ease. You guys know how to make your resin look like this. I don't know what the fuck the secret sauce is between the molds, the resin choice, or the actual pigment, but it has this very plastic look to it that we don't often see in resin. We saw it on a lot of the Clever Girls. We see it on almost all the LM9 pieces, Lab Monkey number 9. I don't know what you guys are doing. It fucking rattles my brain. I've had many conversations of frustration about it.
I'm just looking at Pocket Salsa. Thank you. Pocket Salsa actually has a VCR. It looks like we maybe
wheeling and dealing VCRs on the side.
Yeah, absolutely. Pocket Salsa, I absolutely 100% do not expect that for free, dude. Let me buy that, or shit, let's trade something for it, man. I'm down to do a trade, dude. I'm looking at a stack of stuff that you may like. Let's do it. Fucking A. See what I do for my kids? The kid wants a VCR. I'm gonna go trade away my heart for it, son. Anyways, anyway, that Magoob Toys, that's a great piece, dude. Canadian, I'm thinking, you know what? And here's the thing about Magoob. I don't know if a lot of people know this. Magoob has a lot of shirts.
I think he's a graphic designer by nature.
Okay. There's a couple shirts that I want from Magoob. There's one that's a Edmonton Oilers logo that says Magoob, dude. That it's in that blue with the white and the orange. Been looking at that one for probably 2 years now. Still don't have
ham, man. So straight up, I didn't know many people in the toy scene. Coolmo P, I was coming down to visit him. It was right around the time that some shit in life was going on. He was like, come down to Toronto. And when I was coming down, he was like, man, check if there's any toy makers down here. So of course I got into Toronto. I started seeing Toxic Fumes Toys, reached out to a couple of those guys being like, hey, I'm heading down to Toronto. I'd love to be able to grab some toys from you while I'm down there. Magoob actually ended up reaching out being like, I am definitely still in Toronto. If you've never been to Trios Collectibles, check it out. I'm going to drop off a big old bag of goodies there for you. Rest is history, man. He hooked me the fuck up. And that was probably like one of my first or second times really handling any resin pieces.
Wow.
Nice guy.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Pull in Porpoise, make him open up his boxes for us, show us all the cool toys he got.
Yeah. Porpoise. Yeah. Recollection.
He apparently has more than just Recollection, he said.
Oh, that's right. You did say he had some other goodies for us, huh?
He teased it. Yeah, he did that whole like, get on in here, Porpoise.
That's funny. Pocket Salsa says, nah, man, trade works, but no money. It's a VCR. This is true.
I feel like every time we see Porpoise lately, there's more and more toys, and fuck off, of course.
Yeah. That's
Howdy.
Dude, for a split second, I looked and I'm like,
what?
Who the hell is that?
The thing some
I
of
can't see.
your families must think when you're like, I'm gonna go talk to these guys about toys from other places, and I've got to put this fucking wing on.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Johnny Marbles, thanks for stopping in, my dude.
Porpoise man, how the heck have you been, dude? I feel like it's been a very long time since we saw your handsome face on here.
I'm good. You guys.
Good.
Always good. Now, am I crazy, or have you added toy shelves in here? Are you in a different space? It just looks like there's so many more.
Those shelves have been over there. The computer is on a different side of the room, and so yeah, I used to stare at that stuff while I was on the computer, and now it's behind me. But this was never on camera before. No, Jazz Wiz, this is my natural look. But it's actually hot as fuck, so I'm gonna take it off.
I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you at all. And especially like I was thinking it the other time you were on here, your hair grows fucking fast, dude. From the first time that I ended up meeting you to now, your hair is quite long.
Freaking sweaty. The dinosaur mask was more comfortable than that.
Dude, yeah. Suki was telling me about it, and I completely agree. At some point, we'll have to go through and take all the episodes and clip all the fucking absurd things you guys have come in with, between dinosaur masks and wigs and beards.
But yeah, I've got a couple things. I know there's the one that we've been talking about to open. I'll save that. I'll work through some smaller stuff first.
Dude, it seems you might be a little bit
This
behind.
is what's up?
We have like a second of latency with you. It seems like you're like a moment behind us, a little laggy.
Oh.
I'm sorry, man. I just wanted to give a heads up.
The internet here has been a little shitty today, so hopefully
dude.
If you lose me, it's been a pleasure.
Feeling, man.
So this is something from Slug Toys. And
is it something Slug Toys made, or is it from their toy claim page?
It's from the claim, and it's something that they made. One thing is, these were from the Tiny Toy Show a while ago that I made that just came back. There were a few left over. So I'm gonna put these up on my shop at some point. These are the little green Jeffs.
Yeah, I think that's smart, man. I don't know if
I think
everybody.
There was a couple people have mentioned that like they didn't realize it was me.
Exactly.
It was under my real name, my legal name. And but yeah, it's little. They've been sitting for, gosh, these are from March or February. I'm not going to mess with it right now, but there's like a one-piece magnetic articulation in them, and that it's the head's three pieces. It's this outer shell, the Jeff head, and then an extra cast for the clear resin in there after painting the inside.
Oh, smart.
It's like this was cast, drilled out the inside, painted the inside, put the head in, and then cast again. So yeah, there will be a couple of these, but so I knew that these were coming back, and then I had to grab this. This is very cool. It looks like it broke during shipping, but I'll fix it. The water cooler droid.
Dope.
And it's just very cool. Acme water cooler.
Is that
That
paint or
is,
stick wrap on the face?
That is like a chrome finish with some very good decal lettering or something, but it's right in scale, so it's a perfect. It's really great.
That freaking works
So
really
yeah,
well.
I'm very excited about this guy. He's just gonna sit there until I fix his leg. And then there's a couple things that are already been opened, but I've been playing catch up. One we saw, Skilled One already had one of these. It's the man, the focus is terrible. The new Healy, which is very cool.
Man, that might be one of my favorite figures to see wrap up the year.
Yeah, like this.
Dude.
When he announced he had a new Glyos coming out, I was very excited to hear about that. And then this Vomiting Droids split fet was
that's a fucking rad
so
as hell
good.
one.
That like red and black, it just stands out. So it's just so good. Look at that thing.
I've said it a couple times on here. I don't think red and black will ever stop being cool, man.
No, it's like it might be the best, if not one of the best color combinations.
And those split fets are fucking cool, man.
And this thing from Has Been, and I didn't even realize this until this evening, but this guy, you can catch it a little bit. It glows in the dark.
Almost all of his stuff will end up having some glow in the dark, man. I've noticed personally. I love those horses. I know it's like kind of weird, but I really like that horse model, man.
And just like to notch up complexity, it's hollow. So there's like an extra form that he's got in there for the cast. It's just, this is not a simple thing to mold.
And for the balance, like
and it sits on the shelf with
balance is perfect with the salacious crumbs sitting on top, or I guess
like it just sits and crumb sits right on top. And it's so light. Like that big thing weighs as much or less than just a regular like 3 3/4 figure.
Yeah, it saves on resin. It's easier for shipping on the weight of it, and it's impressive. Has Been Toys is very quiet and very humble about how good they are.
Yeah, it's he's definitely a top, like his quality is just, his ideas are up there and his quality is up there to match. Now there's where'd my light go? Oh, here. Then we've got a Hurt that Skull Crusher with a double cast rib cage in there that glows.
Skull Crusher might be one of my favorite action figures as well.
Like,
I don't think I knew you got that, Brett. That is sick, bro.
That's gorgeous.
Hey, damn, that's a nice one.
yeah, this is, and that glow sits there for a while. So that's yeah, this is one that's been like my desk buddy. He's just been sitting in front of the keyboard for a couple while I get other things done. But yeah, this is great. Like,
If Hurt starts double casting more rib cages in there, I would definitely put it out into the open that, like, if you're somebody who's been itching to get a scare glow but haven't been able to, or they're not dropping right now, like, fucking get one of those, dog.
and then
you've got a recollection Toyz.
yeah, I'll be there just a second.
Ooh.
I guess I won't get this all the way out because this is something else that Skilled already had, but I scored at the end of Fletch and Spice's DCon, their end of show sale. I managed to get myself one of the remaining Heelys that
yes.
like, yeah, we a lot's been said about this.
Yeah, I did not see that box before.
Yeah, and the box that it's in is pretty great. Like that, it's unreal. Like I can't even hold it in a spot that you can actually get how many colors are going on in here. There's red, orange, yellow, blue, purple, green. Like it's like a full creamsicle rainbow.
And it lights up instantly, man.
It's unreal. I'm staring at it. It's all dark around me, and it's just like this bomb sitting there. And last DCon thing. It's right in front of me. From Strafe, the Royal Assassin Brainoid.
Dude, you got some fucking good grabs.
Yeah, dude. Nice ball.
Nothing's been along with me. But yeah, this is wild. This is great. It's got there's like a bullet blast there. There's like a little hand painted detail around it. And the brain is like it's on the post, so it rattles inside the helmet, which is really cool. Yeah, you can see it doing it there. But it stays upright the whole time. It's like super cool. So yeah, I'm very happy to finally have one of these. Actually, I think this is my first strafe piece, so that's a good addition to the shelf. And then we can get to this box.
The insanity.
Hide those addresses. But yeah, I've got a Fragile. I think that might be Italian.
Do you have any recollection pieces yet, or is this your first?
No, this is I've been looking at them for a very long time, and some stuff of mine is headed out his way that I hope lives up to how good this is. Peek just to marvel at the packaging of this. This is part and like there's a little stand that was here, and then some extra plugs to keep things stable. Yeah, this is, and then there's more story to my love of this piece. that I'll get into in just a second. But until I get it out of here, be very careful with it because this stuff is so delicate. And the craftsmanship is just, Jesus, it's unreal. It's probably gonna have a hard time for as white, shiny as it is. Let's see if I can turn on some lights to maybe. Here, hold on 1 second.
Dude, like imagine that fucking bandana. Like a lot of those didn't even survive the ages on plastic. Like, are you shitting me, dude? How do you pull that out of the mold without that little fucking bandana not?
Yeah, that helps a little bit. Yeah, so it's RAF. And yeah, you were talking about shrinkage before. Like here's a, it's like so it's like, it's smaller. Like I think, I don't know, 10 to 15%, I think. So it's noticeable, but not like a shocking amount. But yeah, this is unreal how good this is. And then there's a little stand and a dab of museum wax. But yeah, this is a grail piece for sure to go somewhere special. Yeah, this is very, very good. But what's funny about it is that 20-ish years ago, I had an idea that I never finished. Because I went to school for ceramics. So like seeing these action figures made out of like impeccable quality action figures made out of porcelain already kind of tickles my fancy. But I dug through a box to find these. These are parts for a 20-year-old project that I never saw to completion. They are Ninja Turtle parts cast in bronze and aluminum.
Oh wow!
I was gonna make a heavy metal, like an actual heavy metal Ninja Turtle that I just never finished and then forgot about. And if I'm gonna keep digging, there's a head somewhere that I might be able to actually put this thing together at some point. But yeah, so the Ninja Turtles, the ceramics, the whole thing,
nice,
are just wild. This recollection piece is just fabulous. Like,
so let me ask you something, man, because this is a problem that I have with my recollection pieces. Number one, do you have a spot to display it at?
I'm gonna make a spot for it. I'm gonna I have like, and I have a place planned for it. So until that place is ready, I gotta keep it, because this shelf's no good because my fat ass cat uses this to get up into the window. So
yeah,
this whole thing gets shaped. So can't do it there. I don't want it to be like, I want it out to be on display because it's a legitimate piece of art that needs to be out. But
right,
needs to be in a way that is safe, that is not going to get knocked over. Although it is very sturdy with the base.
Yeah,
like it's real sturdy with the base. So so it doesn't have to be like glass cased or anything. It just needs to be done carefully.
Yeah. I agree, man, and that's exactly where I'm at with mine too. Is they're in the box right now, and I really want to display them, but I need the right place to put them. You're right though, with the base, how it has that peg coming up, incredibly sturdy when they do that. So even though you have this porcelain piece, like if you set it down, if someone walks by and just barely bumps it, it's not going to fall over. You know what I mean? It's got that nice base and everything that
even this desk in front of me that I've got a bunch of stuff on, I can just like hit it with my fist. Everything else is kind of shaky a little bit. That thing's just dead even.
Yeah,
It's not having a problem at all.
for sure, man. And it's, everything from a 5.5 to an Ewok, right?
Mhm.
Like the scale, the range that I have, and they're the same as far as like they come with a nice base. But I mean, they're porcelain, dude, and you just don't want to put them anywhere where I'm so tripping that someone's gonna touch it sometime. It's already happened once.
Like, this is
It's crazy.
it's unbelievable how. Yeah. So whoever wins that giveaway, I know it seems to be locked down by Shed these days. That they're getting something that is completely unmatched quality. Like I can't think of something to compare it to.
Yes, I agree, man. I sent him. He won a giveaway last week, and I got that off in the mail finally today. And the lady at the post office, she's really into Star Wars. She's an older lady, but she always goes to Disneyland with her son and her grandson to Disneyland. And I said, hey, the guy that I'm sending this to actually makes Star Wars figures in porcelain. And she could not believe that. She's like, how does that work? And I'm like, well, I don't know. It just is, you know what I mean? But they're incredible, dude. Fucking congrats on that land.
This is, I'm very, like, could not be happier with it. But yeah, it's a special piece.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so that's that's all other people's stuff to show off. But figured in the spirit of the spirit of giving that we're in, these if you've got that wheel set up, Crumbs. So if anyone else, gonna do a surprise giveaway.
What's this? Porpoise with the giveaway? What's this?
So when Spice and Fletch put together their table for DCon, like they did a ton of work for that. And so I whipped together a couple things to send out there. Mail didn't really cooperate with us, but they did get there in time for the post DCon claim sale. But I made these UV prototype carols for that, and
look like lifesavers, bro.
It's a little there. It's the classic carol, the non-Glyos, the original T-Peg, the T-Peg version that just eight different colors because she's got a lot of parts. So if we spin up that wheel, I'll send this out to somebody. If there's anybody who needs to hop on.
Porpoise, man, you're jolly old Saint Nick over there. That's really, really, really kind of you, man. You're stand up, dog. I'm gonna remove you from the wheel. Boom, boom.
Dude, an unannounced giveaway? Who are you, dude? What is this?
Hey, it's Toyz Day. It's Toyz Day in December.
It sure is, dude. Holy smokes. That thing's dope. Everybody's in the boat. Let's go.
I love the translucent and like the transparentness of it. I don't know, the lack of opaqueness. It looks like fucking Jolly Ranchers or something, man. You really did a good job on it. It's killer.
You said life. Yeah. You said lifesavers, dude. I'm thinking those gummies.
Oh yeah, like gummy candy.
Yeah, man. That looks
me hungry.
Nice. Yeah. That's a good one, man.
All right, I'm gonna give her a been a skilled one. I gotta make sure to get you on there, homie. My apologies. Thomas Ledwick, I saw you sneak in. B, what do you think the odds are Hertz tuning in? Should I throw him in?
Throw him in there. I know he's watching.
Watching? Yeah, okay.
He's watching.
Hurt
He's
boys
just
gives good
he's
hugs,
just
too.
being quiet.
He's just lurking.
Yeah. That's cool. I'm looking forward to hanging out with him tomorrow, man.
I bet, dude. Guys, you're fucking brohim.
And he's got some pieces over there I want to look at.
Oh,
Yuck a muck.
Yeah.
Been a while.
I haven't.
It's been a while for Yuck. I like Yuck's new logo.
I believe Slug did that for him.
Oh, did he? The
Yeah.
Grinch one?
Oh shoot, no, my bad. Then I have no idea.
I know which one you're talking
You
about.
know, I love when people fucking Yakumak's gonna love that piece, man. I believe Yakumak even has a couple of your pieces already. It's gonna be going to their home. Ooh, what you sipping on there?
not actually sure what it's called, but it's a Chinese rice alcohol. My brother and sister-in-law brought it back from a trip there a couple of years ago. It's real strong, real smooth, and keeps you warm inside on a cold night.
Nice.
I know this is gonna sound stupid, probably for a lot of people in the chat, but I hope one day I will reach a point where I can sit and enjoy one nice, smooth, hard drink, and it won't lead to 8 hard, smooth drinks.
the trick is just making the one last an evening.
Yeah.
But
That's
But yeah, so yeah, I just and then one last thing to show off because I haven't posted anything about it yet, but I figured I'd do show it off with the Toys Day crowd because
Toys Alive exclusive. Here we go. Toys Alive
Toys Alive
exclusive.
exclusive reveal. This is gonna be for assembly required. I'm gonna have these. This is the next Dino person.
Wow.
And so yeah, been working on these. I was painting these before the show tonight, and got a couple other things getting worked on. And yeah, so it's got the flappy flippers, because hey, you're not a deep sea diver if you can't swim.
What I
And
love about the flippers, actually, personally, I'm gonna be that weirdo for a second, is we never actually ended up getting, in my opinion, the proper arms on fucking oh my goodness, I'm not gonna remember his name now. The dude playing the piano, Max Rebo.
Yeah.
oh yeah, because he's got a big old meat fists.
Yeah.
That didn't really work. But yeah, and then
Those are killer.
got the jaw, swivel neck, base.
So good.
This guy.
That's so good.
I did switch things up there. I dropped the leg articulation and just did waist. So because it
30.
was with a head this tall and forward, he was just going blop, just flopping down. So had to make a little adjustment in progress, but gonna have these the Do You Think Saurus and the Clever Girl and the pilot, which never even saw a drop because just shit happens and life does its own thing. So there will be a bunch of new stuff there, and then yeah, just been busy, just swamped. But it's like a little bit of like the oh shit moment of it's less than 2 months away and there's a lot to do. So
Dope.
Got this,
That
bro.
is
You're a fucking
sick.
machine. Your molds are clean. You've got a lot of like things you can pull from. You've got this in the bag, dog.
got those to cut apart in the morning.
I've been loving those process videos and lives you've been doing, by the way, dog.
Yeah, I feel like I'm trying to be better about documenting process because I like seeing other people's process, and I usually just jump into something and then realize at the end, like, oh, I should have taken pictures or something. And so, even though lives can take a while, it's at least like as things are happening. So, if somebody happens to catch it, they can just see what's happening or ask questions and things like that. So,
Well, one of the things I always thought was really smart is, so if you don't invite anybody into your lives, you can actually download the live afterwards. Rainbow Yawn a lot of times used to do his lives. He would download them. He would then put them onto his computer. He would keep a folder. Then he would end up doing a bunch of crops to them, and that's where he would get his TikTok videos and his reels, where it would be basically a compilation where it wasn't just super sped up. It was actually clips all compiled together of him demolding pieces. Those would all come from his lives originally because he would just download them after the lives. So it's a great way to get content you can chop up for later use.
yeah.
Porpoise, man, thank you so much for coming in tonight, dude, and letting us see all the fucking cool toys you got, and an insane giveaway drop. That was,
Yeah, right.
dude.
Oh, by the way, here's a dope ass piece for somebody. By the
Always lovely, man.
dude.
Always.
Oh, by the way, here's this next dope piece I'm working on. By the way, look at that. I'm talking to him. You kick him out. You're
Brett
so
was removed.
that was so
Tim.
that was so un-Canadian like.
I try and keep it that way, man. I try and, when we did Where the Toys Are, they're really good at keeping us on a lane. I suck at keeping you on a lane, so I just have to fucking rip the Band-Aid off sometimes.
Hey, sometimes you do it. It was unexpected.
I love Porpoise
Wiz,
coming in here.
shut
That
the
was-
hell up. Not to nerd out, but Max Rebo plays with his feet.
Do you mind if I touch on this one for a quick second? I don't mean to nerd out either, but like,
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Jazz, please.
So,
Wrong. Let's go.
originally, when they drew up the design for the Max Rebo character that would be seen in the movies, he is absolutely playing with his feet. The costume design for it is that the feet would come up and he would have the little flipper fucking arm thingies that would make sense, right? We end up actually seeing those weird flipper things later on as being part of his head. Absolutely not part of his head. Those are Max Rebo's arms that we see coming off the side of his head there. They're front fins. His legs are what's actually up playing the keys in the movie. Now, the issue is that when they then saw him, they figured he was sitting his rump down on his seat and playing the piano the way that a piano player would be playing it. So the Max Rebo character ended up getting these weird ass fucking like trunk legs, almost like an elephant, and weird stubby hands, which is like not only stupid, but when you look at the original designs, you can see how Max Rebo was supposed to be. And then when you consider Star Wars for what it is and how like a lot of times we're seeing like evolutions on creatures, I dare any of you right now to Google the evolutionary advancement of dolphins, because originally dolphins actually lived on land. And when you watch the progress of a dolphin from going a land-bearing creature that looks kind of like a crocodile into being a dolphin that we know today, it looks exactly like fucking Max Rebo from the original draw-ups for the puppet for the movies. I want that Max Rebo. I am passionate about the fact we have never had a good Kenner Max Rebo. I will like that. That is something I will show me the hill.
I knew none of that. That was good knowledge right there. I will remember that from now on. I did not know that.
It was hard for me not to fucking pull up screenshots and start showing you guys. This is a dolphin, half evolved. Look at these legs. Look at these front fins. Oh my goodness. Oh, dude. No, if anything, Street Fight SPDX, I realized very early on that the language that Zoom uses, it actually just feels so uncomfortable that, yeah, I have to now just like dive in like it's like a fucking ice bath. Just be like, fuck it. And then try and make it like it's like I love it.
Oh boy. Man, so we got to get rolling. We
I have
got
to get rolling.
what you want to do? You want to do Dark Rainbow? Are you ready?
Yeah, Dark Rainbow toys have been sitting there chilling along. It's gotta be like getting towards dinner time for them now. Let's pull them in, man. We have yet to meet that lovely person. You want to pop a box real quick before we do though? You're probably dying over there.
Oh, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that one because You know what? I saw Dookie in the house. Yeah.
A Dookie McFart Sniff is in the house.
Let's
Row
go.
Toys. Is that what you're popping right now?
Yeah.
Dude's on fire, man. Between casts and paint apps, he knows what's up.
Yes. So this one he posted recently. And it is sick. Saw it right away. I don't have, I mean, there's not a whole lot of female action figures out there in our scene, I guess, right? I mean, there is, but there isn't when you compare the two, I think. Dude, what the hell, Dookie? I saw this right away and I was like, oh my God, I gotta have that. And I was glad it was still available. Dookie, you've outdone yourself, my friend. There is a weapon with it that is, oh my God, dude, it fits so good. Yeah. Oh man, great job, dude. Nice fit, nice and snug in the hand right there, dude. Look at that.
Is that a Cloud Strife sword? Is that an
I don't know.
FS7 sword?
I don't know even what that is. But God, dude, that figure is so cool. Pink cape. If you look at the fringe at the bottom of the cape too, I know that he that was something new that he tried when he posted about it, but it comes on this nice little stand, so it's going to stand up 100% all the time. God, dude, I love this piece. What a killer piece, Dookie. The one yellow arm, one white arm.
It looks like it has quite the shimmer to it too. Is that like a heavy
You know what it is? The body is like a light pink. But what it is, you see like there's a little bit of a shimmer to the cape, and also the light on my camera is green, and so it's creating a little shimmer on there. But actually the cape is kind of wrapping around the figure, which happens in shipping. There's ways to fix that, which I will fix that to make it stay like that the whole time. But dude, Dookie, great piece, dude. What a killer piece. Dookie
also comical. The cape, the way it is right there, if some of you remember the Mexican leather cape vintage, they would have had it not folded over because it actually affects the writing on the leather capes.
Gotcha. Yeah. Really nice detail work on the face right there. I have several pieces from Dookie.
Is that painted?
What's that?
Is that almost like a Healy where it's one of those situations where the face is painted, the hair is casted?
No, it's painted. It's all painted. Yeah, the face is painted, the eyes are painted, the hair is painted. It's probably just hard to see in my camera. But yeah, everything's painted on there. But it's dope, man. Very good variety in the shop. Go to his page, it'll kick you over to the Etsy page, I believe, which is Row Toys. Really cool backers, really cool Lucy's like this. But most of all of them come with these stands, which makes them really cool to display because they stand perfectly. The weapon fits so, dude, it's a static arm, right? And look how small that hand is. But that thing, dude, he snuck that thing right in there. Bam, and it is solid. Look at that. Bam, 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 bam. Not going anywhere.
No, he's great, dude.
God, I love that one.
I like it.
All right. Dookie, great job,
I was
man.
like locked in on it there and realized afterwards I had like fucking constipation face. Dark Rainbow Twists are gonna come in. I'm gonna pull them on in here and they're gonna answer.
Yes.
If
Yes.
you're wearing something, god damn. Because first time meeting you, you're not allowed to wear masks and wigs and shit. It's our first time meeting you. Come on, we got it.
Shed did.
You are.
Maybe Shed did.
That did. What up?
It's,
Hey,
there he is.
How are you, man?
good, good. How's everything going?
Good.
Going
He's like, it's
very
about
well.
damn time.
Yeah. It's the first time that I watch the show live. I always have to. Today is Friday afternoon at this moment. I always have to watch on Saturday morning, Sunday. What a pleasure.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, man.
Thank you.
I've had some absolutely wild stuff. The most recent that I remember is at the F is for Frankenstein show.
Yes, I have that one.
Yeah, so let's take a look at those. That insane.
Hmm.
Goodness
yeah,
gracious, dude. How long have you been doing this?
I think about 2 years, but I don't have much time, to be honest, to make stuff. So I work very slow. I haven't made any pieces. Yeah.
Wow.
Just yeah. I wanted to show you this one because when I watched the show the next day, I saw that someone was like wondering what it was and like, or where's this thing coming from. I was playing, oops, I was playing with this thing. Yeah. So this is a sort of kit bash of Frankenstein, the Bride, Hordak, and Shira.
Dude, I'm surprised that you have that Hordak and Shira set out there. You're in Australia, correct? That was something that I saw at Super 7 and passed on that multiple times, and I keep kicking myself every time I see it. But dude, that's a very cool piece right there.
What a treasure.
Model it after. That's great.
Yeah. And I got it here in Australia. Like very cheap. Like a couple of years ago. It was like 75 Australian dollars, probably like 50 US. Yeah.
You have quite a few pieces in E2K right now.
Yes.
I don't know how many are left, but I know you have the ETs with the wings on there. There's the Phantasma piece, Phantasm piece out there. Exactly.
This is a glow in the dark version, but yes, there are some.
Yeah, man, those are great, dude. So real quick, besides the figure, let's talk about your packaging. Because all the packaging that you have, like that one right there, where the card kind of slides into it. Super unique. I've never seen that before. On your giveaway pieces like this, right? You have the little tab at the bottom that unclips, and so you can take the figure out easily. I haven't seen anybody else doing this. Did you or somebody, or is this something you just came up with on your own? It's super.
No, it's just that it's very frustrating to like. I really like carded pieces, and it's very frustrating when you have to damage the package to get the piece, and it's even more frustrating when you cannot take the toy out. So I have a small vacuum, the machine. What is it called?
It's like a vacuum forming.
Yes, a vacuum forming machine. And yeah, I've been just exploring how to solve that issue. So I've made this. You have one of these, that it's this sliding thing. Yeah, and now
You made those, sorry.
Yes. At home, yeah.
Wow.
I try, and this is an issue that I have. I try to make everything myself, so it takes so much time. So I make that, the blisters, I make this vinyl thing.
Please yes, Kate. You make it at home, but you do everything next level, man. Like, how are you getting that like that foil vinyl on your backers? That's gorgeous. It's so time consuming.
Yeah. Yes, it's very time consuming. Yeah. It is.
and it's so clean. You know what? When you sent these, at first look, it looks like it's in. I mean, these are stickers, but it looks like it's engraved into the card almost. I mean, that's how clean it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
And your cardstock looks thick, man. And on all of them. Like not even just on what Beat of the J is holding, on all the ones you pulled up.
Thank you. Yes. Thanks. I
They are
appreciate it.
very thick. So, man, do you have any sort of background in painting at all? Because, dude, there is some. I mean, this work right here.
The painting the pieces. No, I show you what my secret is.
Incredibly clean.
I got this from Amazon. You know what this is?
I have
This. I recommend everyone to get some of this. It's amazing. You see like every single detail. So like a tiny, like for example, the eyes in this figure with those glasses, they look huge. So it's very easy to make every single detail.
But even being able to see that close, you must have some very fine brushes.
For the eyes, no, I use this thing.
Oh,
What is it called? Isograph.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't want to pry in, but like your outside of toy life must also demand some sort of high level of attention to detail, because you are very attentive to detail on these.
Yeah, which ends up being an issue because I like it takes me huge. Like it takes me ages to finish every single thing. So the pieces you have there, this for the giveaway.
yes.
I have my 2 copies here. Those are part of this. I think I posted this some months ago. I've been working in these. These are the sort of prototypes of those 2. And there are 3 more coming. That's one. And I've been working on these things. I think I remember the other, like I was looking at my chat with TD Beans, and I think that it was in April or May. I was texting, chatting with him, and I told him like, oh, I'm working on this thing that it's a combination of Masters of the Universe and the worst from Super 7. So I've been like how many months? Like 8, 9 months working on that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really not that much time for the caliber of work you're putting out really is very high, man. You're nailing it.
Thanks. Thank you. Yeah.
So all magnetic, this is all 5-point magnetic articulation. And I don't know if we can, hopefully they can see that, but that is extremely clean. Good Lord, man, these things are so well done.
I show you, I've been trying to work in these different sort of joints. What do you call that? Like pegs.
Yeah.
Peg articulation, yeah.
Yeah.
And a solid body.
And it works, but because I paint most of the pieces,
yeah,
the painting gets wasted. So it's a waste of time. But I'm planning to make some of these figures with this articulation without painting.
Yeah, especially if you start casting them in particular pigments.
Yeah.
Dude, if you don't mind me asking, what made you decide to even start making action figures on your own? I mean, we always want to know that, right?
Yeah, I know. I think that I've been like into toys all of my life, like paper toys and the like, yeah, clay toys. I've been collecting toys forever, and I think that then during the COVID lockdown 2020, like Melbourne was the city with the longest lockdown in the world. I don't know. I found, as everyone else or as many other toy makers, I found something on the internet, and yeah, before that I was making. I don't know if you've seen that on my Instagram. I was repackaging cars, like these matchbox cars. I was just like old cars, putting them in carts. So I think that actually I came into this through the cards, the back cards.
Doing card backers, which
Yes.
explains why you have such a strong card backer presence. Is that like, I don't know if that's the right wording for it. Your backers come across as being like really well done, so it makes sense that that's where you would have started. I'm even scrolling
Yeah,
down right now too. It's like hot dang,
that's
man.
one. Yeah, it's probably like one of the parts of the whole process that I enjoyed the most. Yes, those.
My goodness.
So I think that those were like the first pieces I posted.
And are you still doing those?
No, I should, because I have a huge box of all those vintage matchbox cars.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I love how it's like the vintage ad styles that you would see when everything was hand drawn in like the old newspapers and stuff, man. You killed this. The British invasion continues. And okay, I don't want to ask you anything that will give away like on your secrets, but out of curiosity, like,
I have no secrets.
okay, how
Oh,
are you
dude.
currently doing your card backs, if you don't mind my asking? Are you layering? Like, are you getting a particular stock? Like, they look so thick and clean.
Then, so I print on paper. I really like to get very nice paper. So this is an Ilford photographic paper that it's called crystal gloss. So it's very nice. And then I put that paper on a just cardstock with like spray glue.
Spray adhesive down, slap her down.
Yeah, yes. I think that's also part of the why the cards look nice. I like to invest in good quality materials. Yeah.
It makes a huge difference, man. I think you can tell one of the things right away that I liked about these was it really gave me from Super 7, remember, like with the heavy metal character that had like horns on it and stuff like that, but a different card, something different than just like a regular, like a 6x9, like you can do like a rectangle all day. But something like this, man, just the card alone. And like you said, Crumbs, just the graphics on that and the quality of that card is something to talk about. You know what I mean? Besides the amazing figure, I mean, I didn't even talk to you about like this wing setup that you have on her. That is crazy. It's like this. Tell me what that material is that her wings are made out of.
It's holographic vinyl.
Holographic vinyl. Nice.
Yes. So I have that one. This is, so there are two pieces put together. Like For example, this one has a glow in the dark one, and then like a black one.
Gotcha.
Most of them are made, yes, putting two different layers together. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. That's jeez Louise. So one thing that I saw on your page as we were scrolling through was that Skeletor that has like the belly on him.
Yes.
What was that? I had seen that before somewhere.
Let me get it.
Okay. Porpoise out. Thanks for coming in.
Oh,
You mean this
Yes.
one? Ah, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
So this one, it's what's the name of? The Walking Dead.
Yeah, yeah.
This
the
part is
bloated well
like
monster.
a zombie from the Walking Dead, and just the skeleton head. Yeah.
Wow.
But this is one of the first pieces I made, so it has some painting issues.
Man. That's cool, man. That's very cool. Claim. That's awesome. That's now, so when you grew up, I've seen several Skeletor pieces of yours. What was kind of your thing growing up with cartoons and toys in general?
Look, not really. I'm from Colombia.
Okay.
I came to Australia like in 2010.
Okay.
And I think that in South America, TV series, shows, toys, they come a bit late. And I do remember Masters of the Universe, but when I was not a teenager, but I wasn't like a kid anymore. So I wasn't into those toys that much. No, I think that Skeletor, it's like I don't know. I like it, but something recent. Not that I grew up with any of these things.
So if
Yeah.
you don't mind, because I love old school toys. What would have been probably like the hot toys in Colombia growing up?
I would say that mostly bootlegs from like a sort of Japanese toys, those Shogun Warriors. Those were the toys I had when I was a kid, like bootlegs, of course.
Blow plastic or Safubi? Or
I don't
resin?
remember. I think that they not so Fubi, definitely. It was maybe the low plastic versions of those toys. Very, very sort of like ugly, like very rough.
Would
Yeah.
you know what they were from as a kid, or were they like as a youth? Would you basically see them and just recognize them as like toys?
Yeah, toys, I think. There were also, I remember like TV shows, like cartoons. I think that I suspected that they were from somewhere in sort of Asia. But yeah.
Was there like a series or a toy in particular that you yourself remember fondly?
I think that in Spanish, is it Mazinga? There's one of them called, but in
I'll have to
Spanish
look it
it
up.
was called Messenger. I do remember that one. The one that throws the fist.
Throws the fist. Oh shoot.
Let me, where's my phone?
Now I'm like, okay. I need to, because unfortunately it's not ringing any bells for me over here.
Oh man, my chat dropped off. I cannot see what's going on over there right now.
Messenger.
This one.
Oh, Messengers. I love how Nim caught that right off the hop. Japanese toy.
Yeah, yeah.
Messenger Steph. I had that one.
Yes, yes. Super 7 did those, did it
Yes.
back. They did a run of those. I remember those, man. That's when I started going into the store in San Francisco. You were
Look at Shogun Warriors. Am I insane?
Yeah, exactly. The Shogun Warriors, exactly, man.
Okay.
Or just at the tail end, ended up getting a couple of them, but that one they did not have. That's cool, man. That,
5.
I haven't seen too many people mention that one.
Yeah, they made, I think, 5. I've tried to get them. They cost a fortune.
Yeah.
Of course, nowadays, yeah. Always the way.
Wow, man. That's cool. Very cool.
So,
Yeah.
Hex, Dark Rainbow Toys, man, you were incredibly kind, giving us some toys to do on a giveaway. Do you mind if we do a spin on those?
Yes, of course.
And then, of course, I want to ask you, because you are the artist on them, would you like these pieces to both end up in the same home, or would you rather they're going to 2 different places?
Any way you want, I'm happy with.
Well, then, B to the J, it's in your hands, man. Is one lucky winner getting 2, or are we doing 2 winners today?
Oh no, we're gonna split them up.
We're gonna split them up.
2 winners tonight. Real quick, man, these are the Shogun figures. I just happened to have them in reach. These are the ones at Super 7 that I started picking up. They're very cool, man. But the figure that you have, they didn't have that one. But I do have those, which are pretty cool. Anyways.
I like the name Messenger way more than Shogun Warriors. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Suki, you're probably right. Admittedly, you're probably right, dude. It was probably around the same time that Western television was poaching like everything, and yeah. All right, let's do it. Let's do a spinning of the wheel.
Yeah, we'll do this one first, huh?
Pesadilla.
Yeah. Hey, so what does that mean?
Nightmare.
Nightmare. Nice. Nightmare mismatch.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I'm already jealous of whoever's gonna win that. It is phenomenal. You're gonna see this and you're gonna flip when you see this, whoever wins this thing.
They are really gorgeous, man. Admittedly, a buddy of ours ended up landing a set of their figures and sent us a video the other day, even because of how freaking rad they were. So again, everybody, if you don't see your name on the wheel here, please chime in. Toy Buzz, I saw you sneak in. I thought I added you. Did I add you in here? No, I didn't. Oh my, sorry. Oh. Anybody else missing?
Transformer Z in the mid 80s. Good call, Toyz.
Dang. I'm assuming that Toy Buzz Biz. All right. You guys have had a chance. I'm going to shuffle the wheel and spin it. Boom, 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 boom. Sir Zymot Co. Bam.
Zimico, nice.
I don't know if Zymot Co has gotten anything before.
I don't remember sending them anything, no. But
It dropped out there a second. There you go.
Yeah, definitely going to a good home, man. This thing is awesome. Next one.
The color palette on all of those ended up being friggin' fantastic, man. I don't want to probe you, but like, do you design all of your backers as well digitally? Do you do the digital artwork for those?
Yes, I do everything. Yeah, I make the drawings on this app Procreate using an iPad. Yeah, it takes ages. Like, yes, I was planning to make a different one for each of the 5 characters, but I'm not sure anymore if I'll do that.
It's very time consuming, man. And it's not necessarily, you can't, if you were to charge for all of your time, it would be astronomical, I'm sure, when you consider how many hours you've poured into just even designing that card backer.
Absolutely. That's why I prefer to do swaps or just give away, because if you put a price on things, then like they don't make sense anymore.
Fair. Capitalism and art do sometimes have a hard time getting along nicely. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's pull the giveaway here for that second piece and give it a spin.
Yeah, and this one, God, dude, another beauty. Jeez Louise.
Ordinary. Getting it.
Ordinary toy.
And then I'm gonna pull you up here so you can show off what it is that's getting out the door there with you tonight.
Yeah. And you can see the cape on there too. But man, what a beautiful piece, man. Both of these pieces are insane, man. I mean, you know, there's quality and then there's like top-notch quality all around, man. And these are like no shit, man. Like from the design to the execution to the card back, they're phenomenal, dude. This is insane killer work. The paint works amazing. The magnet works amazing.
Thank you.
The packaging, so smart, dude. Like if you want to take these out and display them, super easy. You just unhook that and there you go.
Yes, you can
just hook it back on.
You can take it out, play with it, put it back.
Absolutely.
They honestly, like if you went to somebody's house and those were beside a bunch of Super 7 figures, you would easily confuse them as commercial figures, man.
Thanks.
That's how clean they are. Like seriously, they're flawless, dude. They're straight up. I mean, those are flawless pieces. Dude, thank you for coming on, man. Thank you for these giveaways.
Thank you.
Incredibly generous.
Thank you very much. And look, thank you for having this show. I really enjoy it.
No,
and I send more stuff once I finish these other characters.
If anything, come join us anytime, man. You don't have to send stuff. Anytime you want to come hang out, show us what you're working on, talk some toys.
Cool. Thank you.
Awesome, man.
Is there anything that you want to let us know before we let you go on with your night though today or day today?
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, man. It's been an absolute pleasure. And I look forward to chatting with you again soon. Take care.
Right on. Thanks, man.
See, I can remove people with some civility at times.
Dude. I'm not bullshitting you, dude. These are magnificent and it hurts to send these away. You guys, Ordinary Toys and Zimitco, dude, they're just phenomenal pieces, dude. You see what I'm talking about when you get them.
I've decided that Dark Rainbow Toys is actually either a plastic surgeon or a 007. Those are the only two jobs that make sense for the level of attention to detail this person is spending on those toys, man. Has to be.
And you know what? He's probably both. He's probably both. He seems like a guy who would be both. Dude, they're just so good. If you want to get your hands on some of his stuff, go check E2K and see if there's anything left in there. The Phantasm piece that was in there, I have one of those, and it is crazy good too. Dude, like that backer, that clear backer with the slide in thing, I think that could be manufactured on some level. You know what I mean? And that's great. You look at what Dove's doing right now, right? and his new packaging.
A year ago, we were watching people post videos of trial and errors of trying to get a buck of a rectangle and just getting infuriated trying to find the proper thickness of plastics, trying to get the proper like vacuum forming, trying to get the proper framing, trying to get the proper clips. And homie is designing a slip sleeve with a fucking like,
and even quality on those is super good, man. You know what I mean? Like that one that I have with Phantasm piece, it just slides right in and it stays until you take it out. It doesn't loosen up and slide out or anything. It's just and the fact that he's just rattling those off in his house. Talented dude, man. Talented dude.
You mentioned hitting up E2K. I would say, and maybe correct me in the comments if you'd rather people not, but dude, hit him up, hit his DMs up. I'm scrolling through his page, I'm seeing color galore. Like, I remember when this drop came down with like the Dragon Rider ones. Ooh. Yeah, dude. Fire.
Phenomenal work, dude. Crazy good work. What a nice guy too, man. Super generous. I mean, he's like, hey, you know, I have something to donate. He shows me those two things, and I'm just like, my mind is totally blown. I'm like, holy shit. But man, that was a good time, man. That was awesome, dude. Thank you again for coming on, man. Woo!
Thank you for coming on. Thank you everybody for the giveaways tonight, man. I honestly, there was a quick moment when Porpoise dropped that he was doing a giveaway. I almost wanted to just cry. You know, I'm just gonna go there, man. It's been a tough week, been a tough month, all of us. You know, I'm blown away continuously all the time. I'm not. This isn't the way humans behave out in society. It blows my mind when some human just out of the blue, and all of you guys, man. Inee Toyz, Dark Rainbow Toyz, fucking General Porpoise, man. Like the generosity and the I don't even know the right wording for it, man.
We do it because they allow us to do it. You know what I mean? Like we talked before about where these giveaways come from, and they come from the room, and they come from other people sending stuff in boxes, dude, that we just send out. I mean, those came from Australia, dude. Like shipping from Australia to the States isn't free.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of stoked. I believe, and maybe I'm wrong, but a couple of things from Dark Rainbow Toyz made it into the States because of that whole endeavor. You know, I know another person who is gonna home some figures of theirs in a really nice place.
Yeah.
Toyz.
I am doing some more unboxings, because I have some more to do. So this one this is one that we have not had on the show, made by Forbes, Forbes. These things are these resin micros that they made. This one here is a little cassette, bam, which is very cool. Yeah, dope, man. Little made by Forbes, Forbes. This one right here, dude, is nice. Yeah, dude, little mini Godzilla right there. That's a sick one. Actually, it came with. This is what's cool about this one. Check this out. This is bam. With the cloud coming out. That's sick. Made by Forbes again on this, Forbes. That's sick. And then the last one. Check that out, Crumsy. Bam, with the smoke coming out.
Thank you. I'm really glad you pulled that back out. I was literally taking a pee, but I could hear it all, and I was like, "Oh, he better pull whatever the fuck that was back out." I heard Mini Godzilla.
Yeah. And then
Damn.
it's got the cloud is it pops in there.
Damn.
Yeah, but look at that, dude. Yeah, yeah, it is. And it's glossy. Yeah.
Yeah, you better sniff that shit. Hell yeah.
Here's the first one that I saw, dude. I thought this was cool. The butterfly bullet there.
Damn.
That's cool.
I will always be a sucker for Gashapon style toys. I didn't realize it until Simeon Cheese. I
Yeah.
love toys that remind me of something that I would have gotten from one of those dollar or toonie machines, quarter machines. Don't matter.
Yeah. And here's something very cool. Check this out. So you have the cassette, right? But then this is something that you and I were talking about. People were handing these out at DCon as well. These little mini black lights, right?
Yeah,
So
you had an Epoch one.
yeah. And so now you have the UV on there, which is super bright. On that piece.
I didn't even see his little legs until you hit it with the UV. That's dope.
Yeah, right. And you know what? They're little pegs too. You can take them out.
I didn't even. Oh shit! You can take them out, but you could also even turn them. If you even like turn to one like a 3/4 angle, it's gonna give it so much more character. Just weird little shit like that, you know? Dope, dude.
Yeah. Cool.
Skilled one called it the bullet with the butterfly wings is Smashing Pumpkins. We're just not cool enough. We're not hip.
Oh yeah, Smashing Pumpkins. Wow, 90s. But yeah, it's those are cool. They were cheap. Go get some made by Forbes. Cool little containers too. You got the little 25-cent machine type eggs.
Gashapon.
Yeah, right. With a little something in there. Very cool. And then some of these stickers, canned goods, I believe is what those are called. Canned goods. Made by Forbes on those. Go get it.
I believe Made by Forbes was on a show recently. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes your guys' names, your account names stick out to me a lot. And I don't know if it's because we've pulled you up on one of our endeavors where we're creeping shit, or if it's because you've been in a show, or we've seen a lot of fucking accounts, dude. I'm not gonna like, there's certain metrics that I'm curious of, like how many under 1,000 accounts have we listed? How many guests have we had come in? How many giveaways have we done?
A lot, dude. You know what? I think I put in the bio today, or if I didn't put it in, I meant to put it in. Dude, we're looking at 28 different accounts tonight.
Jeez.
Pretty good.
I'm pretty good. Also, you know, I'm going to put it out there now because I'm probably going to try and pump it out as much as possible from now until that date. Thursday, the 29th, we're going to be getting pretty fucking close to rolling in the new year. B to the J had a wonderful idea where he said we should have the gang pop in Brady Bunch style. I totally agree with that. So on the 29th, anybody, everybody who would like to just come in to hang out and just chill, bring your favorite toy, bring either a new toy, bring an old toy, bring a drink, bring a non-alcoholic drink, bring some whatever. We're gonna be chilling. Everybody is invited. Instead of it being a Zoom link or a YouTube link that night, there'll be a YouTube link and a Zoom link, and everybody's invited. It'll be fun. And if you don't want to do video, you can do mic, and we will see that you're in the chat. It'll be cool.
That's gonna be fun, dude. I cannot wait for that. That's gonna be fun. Join us if you can. We're all gonna say hi, I guess. I don't know. I think we'll probably come up with something, dude. We can't have, obviously, you know, a shitload of people talking at the same time, but maybe we'll do something like, hey, you know, maybe say something, you know, something that you're working on. Maybe there's a piece you want to share real quick. Maybe we'll just kind of go around the room and do something like that. And if you don't want to, then don't do it. Then just show up. And if you don't want to show up, then just don't show up. That's fine.
Organized chaos. It'll be like a Black Friday event on Zoom.
Yeah, it's going to be fun though, man. It's going to be right before the new year. It's going to be great. So this right here is phenomenal. This is from New Transylvania. This droid right here, dude. Look at this thing. Whoo. All these legs move. Boom. Boom. That is freaking rad, man. Oh man. New Transylvania, 3D printed stuff, painted. I have several other droids by him, but good man. That's so cool. With the tubes coming off the back?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's very Droid Foundry, but I like the elevation with the tubing. That's really fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
It seems very
Stands great.
inspired. Very cool though.
Yeah.
It fits right in that world, man.
Really nice paint on it too, man. His paint, his other stuff that I have. Here's another one of his that I have, which is another, and I thought this thing was super smart too, man, because you know, it's got the axe with it that kind of, he has a holster. And then also goes in his hand too. He's like, if this one, I remember if this one was like a safety rescue droid.
I totally remember seeing that one drop. That was a sick one, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool, man. New Transylvania on these. Go pick some of those up. And again, dude, not very expensive on these at all.
And they look really interactive.
30-ish, somewhere around there on that guy, which I thought was more than fair. New Transylvania, they always come with a couple little gadgets. Yeah, I agree, Jazz. His droids and his original aliens are fun. They're really cool. They almost always come with these little guys, like that's a little gas can. And then this is just another, like a little cup, which is cool. New Transylvania, check it out. Go get it. The Zarinki is another one. Is if you're not familiar with that, that's the little turtle that looks like he's always ready to go. The Zarinki.
You know what? That would be the first place we ever saw this guy. Yeah.
The
Individually.
Zarinki. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely, dude. The mohawked turtle alien guy with the little gun. Yep.
Yeah.
That dude's rad. What you got there? What's in that little blue envelope?
Oh, dude, this one H&H. Yeah, so this one from H&H, man, I've been trying to get one of these. So this is a little Zoltar. This is an orange and black Zoltar. I've been trying to get one of these for so freaking long, and they always sell out super fast. But this one, it does have a really nice sculpt on the back too, of like a hand. You see that on there? But these usually sell out super fast. This one, it was just kind of, it seemed like it was like an end of the year type deal. And there was a lot of pieces on there for sale. There was only one of these and it just happened to be available. So I jumped on it. But those are super cool, man. They, the pieces that this company has, I mean, they're outrageous, dude. So many, and they're just legit every single time.
Not to be that hipster guy, but it's surreal to me sometimes when we see certain accounts just skyrocket. I believe you and I would have probably seen it around the same times. Do you remember when Toyz was one of the under like 1K accounts?
Oh yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
They're not small anymore. They are
No.
killing it. They've got a cult following to the point I personally have kind of ruled them out of what I would normally be like need, but they ended up doing the Evan Dorkin milk and cheese pieces, and that to me is amazing because it's like, yo, the fact that Evan Dorkin actually collects your toys because they're that good, and then you designed Evan Dorkin's milk and cheese fucking figures as a toy, like, oh, I love it. Nightsuki, man, it is 119, dog. Get with it. Get to bed. I hope you're doing okay too, dude. We haven't chatted in a while, but I know that you had surgery on your arm. I hope you're doing okay. Shoulder, collarbone.
Yeah,
shoulder.
True, man. Yeah, thanks for stopping in, Suki. This one right here, Ordinary Toys, big winner tonight. Nice packaging. It's a nice thick bubble mailer from Ordinary Toys. Now, I almost said this earlier when we first talking about Ordinary Toys, but Kerfloss beat me to this one, man. So apparently we both snagged the same piece, and he went ahead and posted about it. And I saw it and I'm just like, ooh, you beat me to the punch there, bud. But this is a great piece, man. Shout out to Colin at Hasbin, who did a post in his story about this artist, and I jumped on it right away and was like, yep, need that. But we were talking earlier about the card and the hand done card, which this is, and then you have a lot of, you know, a nice little story there on the back. But dude, that card it's really well done, dude. But like, you look at it and it's so bootleggy good, dude. You know what I
When I
mean?
saw curves, I kind of lost it a bit. I was like, oh my shit, yeah.
Yeah. And here's something else, dude, that is super sick. This was very, very smart. We're using that word a lot tonight. And I feel kind of dumb using it, honestly. But this is like, it opens up like that, right? And you got a sticker, and then that's where you can actually open the card. So you don't have to take the card off of the bag, which is cool. The red and the white, man. I love the red and the white on this one. I believe the backpack does glow. But yeah, nice. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points articulation on there. But sharp, man. The red and the white is super, super sharp. Gun weapon. Gonna fit in nicely. Bam. There's that. Very nice. Backpack. Bam. That will glow in the dark, I can tell.
I'm pretty sure.
Back. Boom.
Rigid resin body, semi-flex arms and legs with peg articulation, painted shoulder details and head details, glow-in-the-dark gun, glow-in-the-dark backpack. Is the gun on that not glow-in-the-dark? Am I incorrect?
Did you just freestyle all that?
I think I have his description memorized, man. I love his website. I really like that guy's break. I fucking, yeah.
Who are you? Who are you? Are you a robot? You're a cyborg, dude. I can't rattle that off just by me doing this. You nailed that. You are 100% correct in everything you said, except the gun does not glow in the dark.
Okay, okay.
The gun does glow in the dark, so I guess
Okay.
you're 100% right.
Okay.
Glow, no glow.
I'm sure somebody in the chat too will know that head. I'm not familiar with that head sculpt.
My hand is still cramped from coloring those cards. Oh man, that's funny. I believe it. You did a great job. What I really like about this, dude, it's like where the black is, you can see like where the pen marks are from like where the pen started to like dry out a little bit or just get a little bit less ink. It's very cool. That's what I'm talking about by bootleggy good. But yeah, that's dope, man. Let's light this guy up real quick and see what we got. Ooh, right away. Good Lord. Very good glow. Man, right away. That thing lit up right away. Ooh. Cha-cha-cha. Watch this one. Wow. Yeah, dude. That's great.
Gives a real ominous like vibe to the character, man.
It really does, dude. Especially, you know, dang, look at this. I didn't even hit this gun with anything. It was just kind of like in the crossfire, and it still lit up. But yeah, with the gun, let's put the gun on there. Nice. That backpack is still glowing.
I can already tell you're gonna have a blast taking photos of that, man.
Oh my God, dude, that's gonna be great.
Fun.
Really cool figure design, dude. I love like kind of the cyborg type head with the humanish arms and legs, dude. There's something about that cyborg look, dude.
His character design's on point, dude. He like I love that new horned figure. I love the skull-headed character he's got. Yep.
Oh, it's from a Han Solo movie figure. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah, dude, it's awesome, man. Oh, check this out. I just saw this. The gun holster in the side, which I bet this gun fits in there. Hell yeah, it does.
Sexy. I bet that fucking chews some molds.
Oh, dude, look at that. That's very good, dude.
That's fun.
Yeah,
That's
man.
fucking fun right there.
Yeah, I love that. That's super smart, dude. You know, I've seen before where like Epoch, he has a couple of figs where he has a magnet on the side and you slap the gun on there. But the holster, dude, that's great.
Yeah, I like that.
Toys. Let us know if you still got some of these available. If they are, go get you some. Nice price on them.
Yeah, if you guys aren't familiar with this artist yet, I know we chatted about them on the weekend 0.5 episode we did. They're blowing my mind, man.
Yeah.
Jesus. Where is this sack of boxes coming from tonight?
You know what, dude? I don't know. I mean, I obviously bought them. I tried to take a little break after on obviously that didn't work, but
They keep dropping.
a lot of them I think I don't know. I think they just all kind of came at the time.
Yeah.
Usually they're spaced out a little bit more, but I mean, fuck it, it is what it is, right? This is
what it is.
Justin. Now discussing Justin, last week we looked at Bill, right?
Good old Burger Bill.
Yeah, Burger Bill, which there's a Burger Bill fan club. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but there is a Burger Bill fan club. That's from Disgustin' Justin. But this one is Slushy Steve. Slushy Steve. There you go. From the Disgustin' Justin. This is a really cool line. I eventually would like to have all of them.
I was actually like, I went to Gallery View and unmuted to specifically say this is a weird line where I'm actually excited to see when you collect them all.
Yeah, it really is, dude. And I still kick myself. You know, you look back at pieces that you should have bought, and I was at DCon and I should have just said, I'll take one of each. And I didn't. And then I hit him up afterwards and he was like, yeah, they sold out. And I'm like, yeah, no shit, they sold out. I was standing right in front of him. There's a root beer guy, there's an ice cream guy. And they're cool, dude. They're all original sculpts. They're just super fun, man. Disgustin' Justin, young dude on the scene, killing it with wonky toys. They had a booth at DCon. Dope, dude. Very, very nice work. Disgustin' Justin, give him a follow.
Size.
He just had 1,000K followers. I believe he's doing a giveaway right now. Either that or he might have just had one. But check him out. Yeah, Slushy Dude is sick. Ordinary Toys, you're absolutely welcome. Excited to see more from Ordinary Toys, dude.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't want to creep you out, dude, but what he has on his website is basically like what I like needed to know from artists for so long. Get to bed, dude.
Ordinary?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ordinary Toys, absolutely. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for the piece. You're right, dude. That information, and when we were talking earlier about I was saying maybe starting a new account with just information, it would be exactly what you're talking about there. What's this made out? What's that made out of? Just straight dope. You know what I mean? What is it? And that's what it is. Moving on. But that's a great piece. This bag is from Rick Sands, which we saw one open earlier.
Legend on the scene, man. Quick mover.
Yeah, like legit a stack of stickers. He did that to give some away on the show. We'll absolutely do. I told him at DCon we got a little. These are great, dude. So here's a truck. And the spray tank is mine is similar. Boom, that does have some good UV on it. This one right here has some good glow on it, and there's something inside here. I don't know what it is. Maybe a piece of a mold, possibly. It's kind of hard to tell. I think it is, dude. I want to say it's broken molds is what it looks like. It's just kind of random chunky neon
I was
thing.
gonna say maybe it's pieces of mold.
Yeah,
or
I think that.
pieces of
Yeah.
resin
Yeah,
flashing and
but the UV on that is sick. It's one of those ones that's kind of hard to see because it's so strong.
Pocket Salsa. It does make sense to me. You would like Wonky Toys stuff. I would actually say yours and Wonky Toys stuff on a shelf together would probably look same world.
Yeah. So this is one that I thought was cool, dude. I don't know if you saw these or not on Rick Sand's page, but so he actually casted like a little flatbed truck, though, is like this tentacle, separate. So that's like a tentacle right there. And then it just kind of sits on there like that.
I had not seen that before. I like that, dude. That is fucking tight.
Isn't that cool, man?
I don't really like it.
Pickup truck with a huge tentacle, like he just went and ripped this off of, you know, something enormous, and then just threw it on the back of a flatbed truck and took off with it. So that is super cool, man.
It's a story in and of itself.
Yeah, exactly. But it's definitely a casted Matchbox truck, or maybe not Matchbox, but Rick Sands, S-A-N-S, no D, Rick Sands. Check him out. All those pieces were $10 or less.
There you go.
Great.
And, dudes, if any of the accounts interested you tonight, I've listed all the unboxing artists with their Instagrams tagged down below. The guests that joined us in tonight, Dark Rainbow Toys, Inee Toys, General Porpoise, their links are tagged there as well. Yeah, I will probably try and go through this weekend and timestamps, so that way if you guys want to be able to even just click to when those unboxings happen and see the pieces by those artists. We're slowly growing up. It's episode 30.
I know. Dude, this next piece right here, I opened it and just about shit. I almost hit you up and was like, dude, and actually I probably meant to do it and I didn't. NRH Art. Okay, NRH Art. I believe he's from your neck of the woods, Strafe. I think he's from down in San Diego. Check this out. So first of all, this guy's stickers, dude, the old school Nokia phone sticker that says NRH on the screen. I love those, dude. He gave me two. I'm going to give one away to somebody and just throw it in a sticker pack. But what a great sticker. The old school Nokia phone. Great one. All right.
So we're gonna have to hop way bigger than I expected.
It's so heavy. This is so heavy. This thing right here, man. So damn cool. Solid resin. Okay. So you have a coffin. Right. Coffin opens. There is it's got magnets on the front. But when you open it, it has this ghoul arm with a shotgun on it. And you stick that in there. And then you put the casket door back on so it looks like the arm is reaching out with a shotgun. Dude, that is so damn cool. And it is super sturdy. It's heavy, man. It is a heavy piece.
When I was pulling up the pieces earlier, I saw that and right away I went, oh fuck, I bet B grabbed that. Damn. Does it have glitter in it too? Is there like a shimmer?
No, it's glossy though.
Glossy.
It's got this it's got this really cool red and blue pour. Like some really good marbling on there, but it's got like clear coat on it for sure. Which does give it some shine. It's got some really good wood detail in there. You can see that.
Oh yeah, those textures are really coming through, man.
Yeah. But NRH art, man, check that out. It's very cool because the arm, when it's not attached, it fits right in there. You know what I mean?
So it's a playset.
Yeah, absolutely. It is 100% a little playset with that arm, dude. But
Do you
for
think that arm glows in the dark?
I don't think it does.
UV reactive?
No,
Ah, that would have been so
not
dope.
really a little bit. It's one of those ones that will change color a little bit in the UV, but
Yeah.
that's it, dude. NRH
Sharp
art.
as fuck.
Yeah, it is super sharp, dude. Check that out. That's a very cool piece. It's gonna be a fun one to take pictures of too. Damn.
Man, yeah. Everybody had some great grabs tonight.
Yeah. So I'll do this one real quick. This is Feigned.
Feigned as in rained.
Yeah, Feigned as in rain. Pockets also, yeah, the heavy pieces. It's they're cool, man, because they like they're just I mean, I don't want to say they're a paperweight, but you know that they're there. You know what I mean? They are very, very heavy pieces. What a gem. He included these stickers, which I love that C3PO, that double C3PO head. That's one of my favorite graphics that he does, is that guy right there. Awesome. This is the piece. So it's a 5.5. There was a drop of these. And for whatever reason, man, I thought these were gone ages ago, but you start going through his posts and you're like, man, it doesn't look like there was ever an official drop or anything of these. And then recently there was a drop of kind of all kinds of stuff. So this is a 5.5. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. So here's what's super crazy. I don't have any other 5.5s like this. Okay, so look at the arms.
Joints. I was gonna ask you.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a
joints.
ball.
Yeah, ball. Yeah. Dude, when I was looking for the Dugs and I started going down weird rabbit holes with different type of magnets that exist out there in the world. That is one that I thought was really cool. I'm so happy to see somebody doing that. Like, yeah.
Yeah, dude. So it's a ball, and then you have on the shoulder socket, it's like a socket. You know what I mean? It cups around
Completely. And that's magnetic too. The ring, I think, is magnetic as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so look at all this motion that you get in the arm, man. Up, down, left, right. I have no other 5.5s like this. This is the only one, man. That is crazy. And I didn't realize it did that. And then I started going back through his post, and I'm like, oh, well, yeah, you can see it, peg articulation in the head.
Sunken, yeah.
But it looks like it's a Roboto from He-Man, bottom half.
It looks like if Motu had gotten the Terminator line for some reason.
Yeah. But dude, that's cool. Way cool.
He's been really coming out of his shell lately in the work he's doing. In my opinion, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right, dude. I think the post frequency has been a lot more, for sure. That's a rad 5.5 right there.
Really playing with and pushing, I think, their comfortability, man. That's an interesting 5.5 to do.
It really is, man. And you know what? I got one from Drock recently that's kind of not your traditional one, but still a 5.5. you know, and I like to have a nice selection of 5.5s that's kind of all over the board, but really nice backer.
Oh,
Yeah, and bubble, so you can hang it. You don't necessarily need to display it, although it stands great on its own.
interesting buck.
Yeah, it really is.
I wonder if he's vacuum forming his own bucks. Is that no?
Starting to see a lot of this where the card is just slid in. That seems to be like whatever style you call that. That's starting to catch on a little bit. He's got his Doves is very similar. I've seen a couple other ones where it's just a sheet of, you know, the backing and you just press it in between the piece of plastic and it's kind of an all-in-one deal, which is cool.
Nim, with what Nim's talking about there, he's been working on ball jointed resin figure, no magnets, no friction pins. Porpoise has been doing that in the necks, and actually, you know, that was another thing that blew me away with the ordinary figures. His heads are ball jointed.
Whose?
On Ordinary Toys.
Yeah,
Your red guy. It's a ball
Yes.
jointed head. I
You're
forgot to
right,
mention
it
that
is.
earlier. Not just peg, it's ball jointed.
ball jointed. Absolutely. You
Yeah.
are.
Don't even have that toy. I just fucking love it.
Dude, Ordinary Toys, man. Excited about that one. New artist out there already making cool stuff. Puts in the time. Really cool. So this last one is from Slug Toys. And I think me and Brett must have been in the same, actually we were, because we were chatting a little bit. We were in the same room the other day when these things started popping up. I did grab one of these. I didn't realize that he grabbed one of these. But that's the water cooler robot. Got one of those. And then the other one that I got was the coffee bot. But it's the orange one. I hadn't seen the orange one before, and orange reminds me of decaf coffee. I do drink decaf coffee sometimes, and it's black decaf coffee, and it's absolutely disgusting.
If you don't mind, I've got to know, why do you drink the decaf? One, it's because it's not a flavor thing, then. But then two, it's not even doing what coffee's supposed to do, dog.
All true. All true. And I think for me, there is a sort of a ritual of having a hot black coffee in my hand. And I think it's more of that. And I will get to the point, man, where I just get so fucking geeked out on coffee. It's all bad. Like I've been drinking this. If you're a coffee drinker and you don't know what Black Rifle Coffee is, it's a coffee company owned and operated by veterans here in the States. Amazing coffee. It's very strong. I have 2 full cups of it tonight. I don't know if I'll sleep tonight. It's insane, dude. But like, you know, I get in those spurts where you just have to drink coffee all the time. And so I switch over to decaf, and it's really disgusting. But that's what I do.
Blessing and curse. I can drink, like today, I will have drank 30 cups of coffee. Like not like cups, my mug, 30 actual cups because it makes 12. And I've easily done a full pot and a half. And then this evening I put on a pot of coffee. So I've had 30 cups of coffee, but I've got narcolepsy. So if I lay down, I'm out, man. It's out.
Over.
Yeah. Like, if you lay down, do you have to think to yourself for a moment, like, okay, I'm going to bed, like, and consciously think of sleeping?
No, you know what's weird for me, man, is like once I lay down and close my eyes, I am out.
Yeah.
I fall asleep very, very fast, except for when I drink a lot of coffee. My legs get really restless, and there's a few different reasons for that, but it's super annoying. And I just know when I've had too much coffee. And it's usually a shitty feeling. But you know, I go to a lot of different construction sites, and the first thing we do when I, you know, go in there and you talk to somebody, we pour a cup of coffee and we sit down and we chat. And I go to the next job site, we do the exact same thing. And then sometimes we have breakfast, we do the same thing. And I drink some on the way to work, and then I usually drink some home on the way home from work to stay awake. Exactly. You know what I mean? It's just, oh man. Yeah, the insomnia does enough. I'm telling you, man. So this is the last piece. Oh, here's a sticker from Slug Toys. This was the last piece from Slug Toys. This is something that he was doing where he just kind of molds these figures and then paints some red detail on them, and I think they're super clean. I have a Chewbacca, a small Jabba the Hutt like this. So this will go with that little set, but I think these are really super clean, man.
A black cast or is it paint? Do you mind my asking?
You know what, dude? It looks like a cast because I see on the bottom where it was sanded, so to stay flat, and it looks black to me. It doesn't look like that was painted over on the bottom of the foot. So, it's hard to say, man.
I know we're getting pretty late in time. You mind if I geek out for a quick second?
All you are.
So it's always really impressive to me when I see like a nice clean black figure that's been casted in resin, because black actually reacts differently than a lot of other resins. It has two properties that are going to make it more challenging to actually cast in. One, its exothermal reaction is actually a higher temperature than most, so aka it's going to be expanding at a greater rate than most resins do. So your mold walls better be really sturdy, and you better have that thing fucking under lock, or else you're going to get warping and changes. The other thing is, due to that high exothermal reaction, due to the chemical reaction, it also cools more rapidly, often causing that cracking that you see. And a lot of the time, a black figure will end up having these weird micro, like white lines of cracking, simply due to the fact that it cooled too fast due to the extreme. Boom, skilled one, way hotter. Dude, yeah. So when you see a nice, clean black figure and it's like black and you can tell it's casted black, the cleaner it is, the more impressive, man, because that's a really good compliment to their mold.
Yeah, it is clean, man. And I think all the black ones that I have from him are very similar to this. Also, the red detail. I mean, this is not just a solid red eye. I mean, it's a red ring, and then with and then he left the middle very, very small black, unpainted. But yeah, cool piece, man. Nice piece. And it was cheap, dude. Those claim drops. What's funny about those claim drops is you see stuff advertised, and then you get in the claim drop and you see these little small pieces pop up, and they usually don't have descriptions on them. You just have to kind of know what they are. And I've got a couple pieces like that from him where I'm like, oh, that's from so and so. But it's just like, hey, claim, whatever letter or number it is. Anyways, dude, I knew we were gonna have a long show tonight.
Oh, jeez. Hey, it happened. We love toys. Prove we don't.
No, that's true. I knew we had a lot of content to try to jam in there tonight, dude. And think about this. We were talking before the show about how to get more in. That's not gonna happen.
You guys don't understand that if we decide to do a 10-minute call throughout the week, if we'll be like, hey, you got 10 minutes to bang something out, it'll turn into an hour to a 2-hour talk about toys and you guys.
I know. Yeah, exactly. Hey, just real quick. There is no just real quick. It always goes on. I think I start that off a lot of times. So I'm like, hey man, just real quick. And then we talk for an hour. So
hey, look what just came in.
Yeah. Jeez.
Well, man, I think we should call it there, dude. We had a full night. And what else, dude, I will never be able to wrap my head around the fact that like this is real life. These are our friends. These are our homies. This is what we do on a Thursday night, dude. Like, what the fuck?
It's crazy, man. I talked with a co-worker of mine today who's actually just a really close, childhood friend of mine. And luckily we work together, and he just asked how the show, because he's one of those guys who genuinely cares about how things are going in another human's. And I told him basically that same thing. You know what I mean? It really feels like you're in here just kind of hanging out with your friends. And that's why the shows go so long. I was telling him how long they go for, and he's like, dude, that's a long time. He said, how many people stay in that whole time? And I said, you'd be surprised, dude. It's, it's a good amount of people that stay in here for the majority of the time. I was talking to Monster Vat before the show, and he was saying that they were doing some sculpting. What up, Monster Vat, if he's still doing that? But they were doing some sculpting and turned the show on. And I know that there's multiple people that do that, just kind of have it running in the background while they're kind of doing other things, which is also on the replay or whatever. It's cool to have it in the background.
you know, year end, I've talked to you about how I wouldn't mind having some metrics. And one of the metrics I think is really impressive, and it says a lot about the people that are in our scene. Our view time is really weirdly long, considering the size of our content. And you look at, sometimes we get about 200 people that view a video, and you see that it's an hour and a half, hour 40 that people are sticking around watching. Damn, gosh, dang, that is not an average view time. Usually it's 23 minutes tops that you hold somebody's attention.
That's true, man. It's you know, I don't know. Like I said, I think a lot of it is people put it on in the background, but it's just,
It's your voice. It's your sexy voice.
well, yeah, you know, like me and Monster Guy were saying, it's like cool to have that on in the background when you know, you're kind of doing something and then also listening and in some ways learning about it the same way you can kind of fully immerse yourself in the whole scene, listening to your own voice. Is that what you said?
You have a sexy voice.
I
I loved how you just went, well, yeah.
Yeah. I just had to circle back, dude. My brain like skipped ahead, and then I was like, did he say that? I should probably comment on that. That's funny.
Fuck, man. You got the moist voice. Jesus.
Oh god.
Fuck, man. Always a pleasure, dude. Let's wrap
Dude,
it
super
up.
fun, dude. We have a busy month coming up. Next week is going to be really fun. I think next week we're finally going to start diving into that Plague to Earth show, which should be really, really fun. Lots of close friends, lots of people that are even in this room that are going to be in that show, which is going to be killer. We'll start diving into that and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Plus, we'll have Drew this time. We won't lie to you guys. We will actually bring Drew in. We'll bring Plague Earth in. It's going to happen.
Yeah, Plagued Earth. And then I believe Eddie from Resin Blood is going to try to join us next week. And somehow, some way, we're going to do that damn Epoch interview and we're going to play it for everybody. It's going to happen. It may be next week.
We're going to get that sorted because we like Epoch and we want that.
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah, man. Let's bang her out.
Cool.